Where'd you find that?
Welcome back to another episode of Everything Under the Sky. I'm your host, as usual, Lamar, with some really good friends. Let me pause this. And we got a special guest here, as usual. We got my boy Uriah here.
What's good, everyone?
Got Young Wax here.
What's going on?
Special guest, if you guys are watching. If you guys are listening, thanks also. But we got Caston in the building.
It's popping.
AKA Cast Money, AKA Caston. AKA that's ridiculous.
We also found out Captain Cast.
AKA
Captain
that's
Cast.
incredible.
We ain't here. We ain't here.
Dang, we need a little thing.
I
Incredible.
know.
Incredible.
Perfect. What's
Guns for the board.
Yes, sir.
And some applause.
That's love.
I'll keep it light. Episode 30. We said we're on our Curry number. I seen somebody turned 30. Oh, Young Thug was having his birthday party, and Drake was like, "Happy Curry Year." And I was like, "This fool Drake is so clever." I'm like, I've never seen nobody say that.
Actually,
You always hear your Jordan year, your Kobe year. He's like, "Hey, happy birthday! Welcome to your Curry year." But happy birthday, Young Thug too. Shout out our boy. Well, he's doing all that promo for his new album,
Yeah.
his rock album. But jumping into the conversation you guys were having about Big Crit not taking it to that next level yet, that's the thing with these artists too, though. Is like they're just one hit away from like taking that next level, and because their discography and because their background and music is so solid, like once they do blow up, people just go back and check out their old stuff, and then that's when they realize like, oh, he's actually cold. He's been cold.
no,
But it just takes
cool.
that one song to like just make him boom.
It's true. One song that reaches everybody. He's
Nah. Oh, sorry. Go ahead.
he's amazing, man. For real. I think he's definitely underrated for sure.
And I hope he gets there. I hope he gets that song because people need to witness his real music. Like he just needs that one song, like you're saying, that gives him some exposure for people to go look into it because he
And
makes great music.
We're settling him low because Crit tours and he sells out everywhere he goes.
For sure.
He does decent streaming numbers. Like he has a nice fan base, but like I
Yeah.
get what you guys are saying because he should be like recognized as that upper echelon. I think
For
is what
sure.
you guys are trying
Yeah,
to say.
that's exactly.
But yeah, shout out Crit. I want to start with some Crit because I seen he went back and dropped a lot of his old mixtapes on streaming service, and that's the stuff we always talk about. So I've been in Crit land for a little bit. I've been in Nas land too. I'm not gonna lie to you, man.
Yo.
We'll get in, we'll touch on that here soon. But we got to do our weekly, therapy session, our weekly recap. How you guys been? What you guys been up to this week?
Yeah, I've been outside like always.
What are you doing outside? Like driving?
Today I was yard day, so I wake up early and I just hit all these yards that I take care of, and I was out there all day until like 3 o'clock.
Do you do?
Just burning. It got to like 96.
No, it
so I
was
was like,
hot
all right,
today.
I gotta go inside.
For sure.
It was hot. You do it every Wednesday or every other Wednesday?
Every Wednesday.
Okay.
Yeah, grass
So
was growing
Wednesdays,
fast.
yeah,
so-
Wednesday literally your yard day.
Yeah,
It's a long day, huh?
just take. It's crazy because I could have spread them out, but I just like Wednesdays is yard day.
No, yeah, just
knock them all
make it
out.
all day.
But yeah, I've been outside a lot this summer, man.
For sure.
As y'all know, I've been vacationing a lot on the lakes, but yeah, I've been outside.
Same.
I'm not complaining though.
Yeah, same. No, we just make it happen. Other than my birthday weekend, like we be in the backyard, honestly, just having a blast. We got a bunch of like squirt guns and shit. We be just going crazy. But we just got my son this big ass basketball hoop.
Mm-hmm.
Like we raised it up. So we be playing horse back there. My daughters be playing one-on-one. No dribble, just moves.
Yeah.
Just put moves on each other. Yeah. And it'd be fun, man. Yeah, we be having a good time. My wife got me a bike for my birthday.
Okay.
So I
Biker
can ride
boys.
bikes.
Like, I'm right there with you, bro.
Out here.
bro.
We about to get a bike.
Yes. And so I'll be riding bikes with my daughters, and that shit's just crazy.
That's what's up.
Hey, wait, look, be on the lookout for the group text.
No,
yeah. Pull up.
Hey, bring your
Like
bike.
the
We're
Warriors.
about
Ching.
to hit this track.
We're gonna all
Bring
have
your
body
bike.
suits and stuff.
Ready
Hey,
to
if you don't
go.
want to.
Yo, the helmets turn up.
Hey, I was driving by a path and like 4 people had on the body suits, and I'm like,
Bro, them shit's
apparently,
legit.
yeah, apparently they wear them for a reason.
Bro, it's hella comfortable. You feel loose. You feel
It's just
free.
a one piece.
Focus. Focus. Ready to go. In there.
That's what's up. I mean, honestly, August and summer is moving so fast.
Yeah.
August is already halfway through. I seen somebody said it went from August 2nd to August 16th in 2 days.
Mm-hmm.
Wait,
I agree.
it's August 19th. It's gonna be August like 20th, bro.
I know.
Yeah. And what's worse, like we're getting ready to go to Mexico, right? So I've kind of been like on autopilot, just trying to get to Mexico. Like, you know what I'm saying?
It's been
So it's your
flying.
fault. It's my fault. Damn. But I'm really just like
It's been flying though. Like
flying. Yeah.
usually when you go on vacation, it's like dragging, but nah, it's still been flying. I've been packing, I've been getting ready, and I'm like, damn, it is this weekend, huh? So I've been trying to like get all my
Hey,
cues.
I've never been to Mexico.
Y'all gotta take a lot of videos.
What part of Mexico?
Puerto Vallarta.
Vallarta.
Turn up.
You know we got dogs and shit, so we gotta make sure their affairs are all in order and all that stuff. So
Easy.
what you been up to? You?
Like I said, I've been kind of on autopilot getting ready for this trip, but hey, I hope Wax is ready, bro. I've been working. I'm trying to get that done, bro.
You ain't
I'm telling you. Yeah, you already forgot. You ain't ready, bro. We have a bet.
I was just about to say, I don't know if you've seen the last episode.
At the end of the year,
I don't know if y'all seen the last episode, but if you haven't.
yeah, we got a bet going
First of all,
on.
we can't. Both of us can't dunk. So our
Yeah.
bet is who's
Yeah.
gonna dunk first.
First.
But it all started because I posted a video of doing plyometrics, and I've been doing like stuff like that. And speaking of that, I got that jump today. I got it twice. I couldn't get it the third time. I tried to get them all 5 times before I move on,
Okay.
but I got that jump,
Okay.
and I'm gonna record
But
it.
you didn't get it
I
5
seen
times.
this video, so
I couldn't. No, only
I was
twice.
hating on him a little bit. So I challenged him.
But that's what we came to. So yeah, I got it done. We tried a hoop. That was kind of whack.
Oh yeah, yeah. I was gonna ask y'all, did y'all get it?
Nah, they still was scared. Nobody showed up.
Yeah.
Was coming to shut down the block.
It's cool.
I just bought some new hoop shoes,
Yep. Next Sunday.
and then I got to
I
return
mean
it.
this Sunday. This.
Wow.
Sadly. I did a KDs, and they're not high enough,
Um,
and I can't hoop in low tops.
yeah.
Not for me.
You just don't feel comfortable.
I'm not doing
I
it.
think those ones, the newest ones,
Yeah.
I got them too. I got the blue ones and they're fine.
Yeah. You
I like my the Westbrooks a little bit better, to be honest.
Yeah. I seen the 19s, the LeBron 19s. I was like, all right, those look high. That'd be nice. I don't want to get a new pair, but my shit.
High tops, I'm not the biggest fan of high tops.
I love them.
I'm not either.
It's like a little hug for my ankle.
I've been on the J. Cole's, the Dream Bills.
Yeah.
And those are like
The
mid.
Dreamers, yeah.
Are they?
No, they're like low top.
Low?
Yeah, I'd say they're low top.
Nah, no.
Yeah.
You been hooping in them?
Not for me.
Yeah,
Hoop shoes.
yeah, they are good shoes.
I cannot do it.
That brings up something interesting. On Twitter, they had a picture, and it was what is the most popular or what's the best hoop shoe. And they had a lot of the like classics, all the ones from high school and shit. But the Kobe 4 was like undoubtedly the favorite.
Yeah.
And those are the low top Kobe's, the ones where he first went
Yeah, I
low
was gonna
top with the
say Kobe.
snake skin and stuff.
Didn't Kobe hoop in low top?
Yeah.
He was low top.
Yeah, no, he's the one that started it all.
Yeah, I was.
This
I
might
was-
be crazy, but
Because he was inspired by soccer shoes.
Yeah.
He's
Yeah,
a
that's
soccer
what it
player.
was.
And he was like, they're running all the time and they never really twist their ankles. So like
Yeah.
all this.
I
I'm
low
not
key,
jumping.
when the
No,
Hyper
they're
Dunks
not
first came
cutting
out, I
like
fucked
that.
with the Hyper Dunks.
Like they are. I love soccer. It's my second favorite sport.
I mean, I don't know about y'all. Every time I twist my ankle, it was coming down.
Bro,
Like I'm jumping.
always.
Like,
Every time.
oh, like, oh
Like,
shit.
ah! Why?
You get real
Wow.
fat. I'm like, oh,
Oh, terrible,
broken.
man. You just gotta take the shit
As I
out.
say, you just gotta tighten your shit up.
Just keep it
First
moving.
time I took my shit off, my shit was hella fat. I was
That's
like,
where you learn. Don't take it off.
Nah, yeah, I learned.
I've had
Next
three.
time, just tie that shit and
Three.
keep going.
Three. I
Fuck it.
can think of 3 bad ones that I've had. That's it. 3.
Twisted ankles.
Twisted ankles.
Yeah, I don't twist my ankle that much.
Yeah, 3 ever. My
I
whole
think
life.
mine's,
Well,
I
that's
would say
because you
3 or
can't
4.
jump.
3 or 4.
Yeah.
Yeah. Yeah, 3.
Who can't jump?
Two of them shouldn't have happened.
Nigga.
One of
So
them I'm
low-key,
okay with.
I'm not.
One time I got undercut and I landed on my back. That shit hurt so bad.
Bro, I got undercut and I fucked
Yeah.
my whole hand up. Ridiculous.
Yeah,
Still,
right.
still can't guard me.
Hey, the hyperdunks were up there.
Yeah,
see?
so they had a quick debate. Best hoop shoe ever. The fact that they even put the Converse on there is crazy.
Oh, why did
the
they put
Reeboks
ones on there?
See, I was gonna say LeBron 9s too are definitely up there.
Yeah.
Why the ones?
The Miami Nights.
So why the ones up
South Beach.
Yeah, so hooping,
Yeah, they're just like a class. I mean, they're technically a hoop shoe though.
but they're
Bro,
not
I
comfy.
did dirt in my ones.
I mean,
For real?
sure you can't, but do you?
Bro,
have to?
you'll be surprised.
It doesn't say the best shoe to hoop in.
You
It
said they're
Okay.
not
just said the
comfortable?
best hoop shoe.
Just the best
Okay.
You said
shoe.
they're not comfortable?
I was going based
Yeah,
off the
not
hoop in.
to hoop in?
Yeah.
Bro, it's leather.
Nah, not the Jordan 1. Yeah.
Yeah.
Or the
Bro,
Converse.
I used to do all kind of shit.
They can
wrong,
honestly keep the
bro.
foam positive too.
I'm
That
not
shit's too bulky.
Heavy.
Yeah.
The ones might be
Now,
the best
that's
shoe.
my favorite
low-key.
shoe. No,
The
ones
ones
are my
in the
favorite
Converse
shoes.
is-
I agree.
What about the
but-
Converse? How you feel about those? You gotta feel the same way then.
Yeah, exactly.
I'm not hooping in them. Yeah, I'm not. To what?
That's crazy.
I'm
I
gonna
grew
die.
up running around in Converse and just hooping, just doing all kind of shit.
No.
I'm not gonna lie, my
That's
school
that.
had those Adidas Pro model though,
That's crazy.
and they weren't bad.
Yeah, they were popular in high school.
So you're like you need that pad.
Bro, I need my shit.
Hooping in Converse is
Nah, I can
crazy.
already tell because you don't like the low ties. You need something. You need
I
to feel
need-
that shit on your
I
ankle.
need to know.
Yeah.
Bro, hooping in Converse is crazy.
Yeah.
Nobody looks in
the
chest.
Parachis, that's what I'm.
Your feet are about to hurt.
I mean, they're on the list, bro.
Yeah, the
I
Parachis.
didn't grow up.
The hyper
Wrong.
dunks. That's actually what I hoop in. It's the
Yeah,
hyper dunks.
the hyper dunks were
Yeah.
popular.
Those were like third.
They're my favorite,
Everybody had them shits.
and they're so comfortable.
Yeah, I don't know where that came from. Where you guys want to start today?
I think we started. Where do we want to go?
We didn't,
Where do we want to go
we
now?
didn't start nothing. Where you guys want to start?
Just saying. Hyper dunks. Pretty fire.
I don't know. Since we talking about hooping and all that, let's just can we talk about
Yes.
2K ratings? Have you guys seen the 2K ratings?
Oh, yeah.
Yeah, before we get into the sports though, I don't want to do sports too long. But before we get into sports, let's do like major topics first. Get that out the way.
Well, let's go ahead and talk about Haiti.
Yeah, I know the earthquake in Haiti just happened this past week.
It's like the second one.
It was like a 7.6 magnitude,
I thought it was 7.9, but it could be 6.
and I don't even know what that means, but apparently it's something crazy.
Strong
On Richter
on
scale.
the scale, yeah.
But the amount of people that were affected is what's crazy.
Do you have the numbers?
Yeah, what's the numbers at right now?
You know, I
I
don't
want to say
even.
it's like 15,000.
No, last numbers I seen, 1,900 people, over 1,900 people were dead, and there were like way more injuries.
Like 15,000 injured. Maybe not. It was a lot.
Well, it says
Like,
right here, there's more than 1 million people affected by this that earthquake.
Our girl,
1 million?
1 million.
our girl Naomi Osaka,
that's
she's
crazy.
half Haitian,
Yeah.
and she said her next tournament, all her winning proceeds, she's going straight to Haiti.
To donate it, yeah.
But yeah, let's just
That's
pray for
awesome.
Haiti, man.
Yeah, prayers for Haiti. And you said it's the second
Pretty sure
earthquake?
it's like a
Like the earth is, I feel like everything, all this like major weather events and all the like major, what's the word, like,
National disaster.
yeah, all the natural disasters always occur in Haiti. Or am I off?
no, you're right because
mean,
they're right
it's
there.
frequent.
They're in
Yeah,
the
for
crazy
sure.
weather area.
Yeah.
It's
That's where
definitely
everything
frequent.
starts.
They're like on a
Unfortunately.
tectonic plate or some shit that we learned. Something like that.
It's an island, right?
Yeah.
Yeah,
It's over there by like Barbados.
yeah.
uh,
Down south.
Yeah,
Prayers for
some
Haiti.
fortunate man.
Republic.
That's dope that Naomi Osaka is doing that. I didn't
For
read
sure.
that, but I feel like hopefully a lot of like more prominent and celebrities are like helping out there. But it's like, what can you really do? Sometimes you can send aid and stuff, but even then you be like kind of nervous to send money to like the wrong person, or you don't know if they're using their funds for what they say they are.
I think there'll be like a liaison that will, coordinate donations and where they go.
I actually got
Like
a
we
list.
should.
I actually got a list of trusted Haitian-led organizations.
Yeah.
You want to read them out?
Yeah.
So real quick, National Organization of the Advancement of Haitians, these names are long, so I'm just gonna go to the websites for you. So noahny.org, HANAOFFLORIDA.org, AHDHHaiti.org, mandodo.org, Bloom, BLUME, Haiti.org, GASKOV.org, and Haiti Futur, FUTUR.com. I would stay away from the .coms, but the .org, these are a list of trusted Haitian-led organizations. And this is a verified account, and this is a way to help Haiti. And they say, they said cash is more, like they'd rather have cash. There's no need for food. They need shelter more than anything. So they need like tarp, they need like cash and stuff.
Rather than just like a whole bunch of food.
Yeah,
That's
a
what it was.
lot of people's homes were destroyed from this.
Yeah.
A lot of it.
Right, so they just need shelter.
Infrastructure in general.
And probably medical help, I would assume.
Yeah.
For sure.
I think they grow a lot of stuff there, so I think they got enough food to last them. They need more shelter. I can see it. Yeah, that's crazy. Pretty sure it's like the second earthquake.
So it says it's a 7.2 magnitude earthquake that struck the southwestern part of the island, and the death toll climbed to 1,940, and nearly 10,000 people are injured, and that was according to Tuesday. So praise to Haiti. Like I said, I know there's not much you can do, but thanks Wax for at least sending out those websites for aid. And then some other crazy shit that's going on another part of the world is over in Afghanistan. And one of my friends is like in the service, and when they said it, I didn't even really think much of it, but he was like, yo, this Afghanistan stuff is gonna get out of hand. And I was like, yeah, whatever. Like, Afghanistan's been out of hand. But like the day after you said that, all this other stuff's been popping up, and then this has been popping up, and then this has been popping up. And one thing that I guess hasn't even happened yet, but like they're gonna raid the U.S. facilities, so they might get like important documents, or like who's to say what else is in the facilities. But I feel like if U.S. is leaving and getting out of there, they should be smart to like get rid of all that secret evidence.
They were told to burn everything before they left. The last person left. So, that's crazy.
Yeah.
That's wild, man.
But they did say they're not going to attack U.S.
They look like they're having a
The
blast.
choice I had to
They're
make.
like, nah, we're good. Like,
Going
just
to the
leave us
gym.
alone.
Out here in the gym. Y'all see them in the gym?
All kinds of- bro, they took over like
Just I ain't never seen
They got
somebody with a rocket launcher.
Jim?
He had a rocket launcher on him. They just out here filming. He doing bench presses with the leg curl machine.
Hella, they were like, what workout is this?
Bro, I
They were
seen
doing
them on the bumper cars. Like at a boom.
They're on airplanes.
Yeah. What?
I know it stinks.
With a rocket launcher on? What?
Bro, they just taking over the whole fucking.
Here's what
place.
our president had to say about it.
I had to make, as your president, was either to follow through on that agreement or be prepared to go back to fighting the Taliban in the middle of the spring fighting season. I stand squarely behind my decision. After 20 years, I've learned the hard way that there was never a good time to withdraw U.S. forces. I always promised the American people that I would be straight with you. The truth is, this did unfold more quickly than we had anticipated. So what's happened? Afghanistan political leaders gave up and fled the country. The Afghan military collapsed. American troops cannot and should not be fighting in a war and dying in a war that Afghan forces are not willing to fight for themselves. The choice I had to make as your president was either to follow through on that agreement or be prepared to go back to fighting the Taliban in the middle of the spring fighting season. I stand squarely behind my decision. After 20 years,
I think that's it.
Yeah.
React.
I agree with him. I do. I do agree with him. Like if their military and their police, ain't there, why should the U.S. be there? Like you ain't even trying to
It's a tough situation. For sure.
fight this, right? But it's also like you could also just help and just do it. So it's two sides. You know what I mean? Like you could just help and do it, but then yes, you did make a good point. People are gonna die. U.S. troops are gonna die. And I don't think U.S. families are gonna be happy about that.
Yeah.
Feel me? Like I think moral wise, it's like okay, we could do it, but should we? Right? Is it worth your family's lives? You know what I mean? To accomplish something that, how much does it actually accomplish? Selfishly for the U.S. So
Sure.
it's a tough decision, man.
And I believe Trump started this order
He did.
of the troops leaving, and Biden tried to drag it out, and that's why it got like that.
Yeah, it's a tough decision to make.
It is a tough decision. I'm kind of with you. I'm kind of like, I can see both sides.
For sure.
Because I could be wrong. I don't know the full history, but I know at some point Soviet Union was backing Afghanistan at some point, and we wanted it to we didn't want that to happen. So long story short, from my understanding, and again I could be incorrect, we kind of helped fund the Taliban to create a rebel group during that time period. So I guess the argument could be we kind of created this situation anyways.
Yeah.
So I think that's like the moral side of it is like, dang, so we kind of started this situation by funding this, and then we've had wars and stuff, and then it's also like people that are serving, it's like,
Wait,
what did we do for 20 years then for it to just collapse that
Like
soon?
that, yeah.
Wait, so we funded the Taliban that crashed
So the
into
Soviet Union was,
towers?
I don't know that for sure, I don't want to say that. I don't know for sure,
I know it. That's crazy.
I could send you what I read, but basically it was, and even like there's video clips of Hillary talking about like us funding it, and they're talking during her political times. And,
Yeah.
But yeah, from my understanding, because of this Cold War, Soviet Union was back in Afghanistan.
Mhm.
United States didn't want that, so they helped, from my understanding, fund a rebel group, which ended up turning into the Taliban.
That's crazy.
It's a tough situation.
I mean,
I think the biggest thing is like after 20 years of fighting and after like swearing we made some progress, it just all like crumbles in 3 days. I think that's the most disappointing part. But it's like there's so much shit going on in the U.S. that our troops and our people still being out there for 20 years, like maybe if it's not moving forward, like bring the ass home.
yeah, it's true. It's like you can't just leave them out there until you accomplish something that you think is worth their time.
Well, in hindsight, I think what we should have done is, so once they attacked us on 9/11, we should have gone in with our mission and got out as soon as that was done, once Al-Qaeda was taken down.
Rather than try to help build them up.
Build them up, yeah, I think
But
so.
it's just
They
like
tried to say that we weren't there to help build them up. That was our mission, to get in, do what we had to do, and get out. But then we killed them when Obama was in office. We
Mhm.
killed the leader, and then but we were still there. And then Trump signed the order, so like, all right, let's get our troops out.
No, but
But-
that's why they were still there, is because they were trying to help build the government and the economy. Because after war, of course, like stuff couldn't be depleted.
Right, they feel bad, so they were
Right, so they
staying
still
there.
had the
They were
troops out there
crutch.
to help try to maintain order.
Right. My main thing was I was trying to say before you got up was Trump signed the order, and they had a ceasefire agreement until like August 15th, up until this day basically. And Joe Biden didn't have no choice. Like the ceasefire, it was about to end. Like they held up the agreement until that day, and then they were like, all right, we coming. And that's why you see that they were frantically leaving like that. They were basically getting chased out. Like, what you guys doing? Still doing here though? Like the agreement's done.
Yeah.
Like you guys said you guys were gonna leave. And then so yeah.
But
So it's just
But you said
crazy.
they were getting chased out?
That's what it looked like, right?
No, I thought they were trying to go with them. Like they were
Well,
holding.
no, the citizens were trying to leave with them.
Mm.
Yeah, no, that's
But the
another
Taliban
video.
was chasing
Basically, yeah, the
them.
Taliban came. You know, they're taking over. Like, so U.S. was like, oh shit, we gotta get out. And then Biden sent troops back over to help get those people out. That's how you know they weren't prepared to leave like that. Like they were like, oh shit, they're really serious. Like they're really coming, and they really came.
Yeah, that's crazy.
But yeah, they're not gonna say all the details. But yeah, bro.
No, that's crazy.
But at the same point, to Caston point, I don't want to see us in another war. I don't want to see us.
Yeah, hopefully Afghanistan keeps their word because the Taliban said they're not gonna
Well,
retaliate.
we whooped their ass once. I don't think they want to
Man,
go to war. I don't think U.S. is sweating Afghanistan.
I don't give a fuck
I
about
agree
none
with-
of that shit. We gotta fix here.
Yeah,
Like,
true. That's the
Yeah.
biggest thing.
True.
for real, like,
No.
honestly, we can't do shit unless we fix us first. Like, what are we even doing over there?
And
After 20 years.
And
What the fuck is
Biden
going
said the right stuff, and I agree. Like that wasn't our war. Like we shouldn't have been over there that long.
No, and I like how he kept it transparent. He was like, honestly, we didn't
As much as
foresee
he
stuff crumbling this fast. And he was like, I mean, whether if that's our fault or not, but we can't predict everything. Yeah.
I did not know that about them. Us funding the Taliban, but
What's happened over years? Like,
it makes
indirectly, I
sense,
think
though,
they did.
Yeah,
how they became
Yeah.
so powerful.
Yeah.
And
Well,
were
it's-
able to take over.
think about the Captain America Marvel. Like every big group, every big dominant party inspires like a co-culture or anti-culture. So just from us being involved and being a part of that is gonna like create people who are against that. But then, as far as the dollar signs and stuff, that's just something different. But I just think mentally that just creates a whole different mentality for people to just be willing to go and sign up with the Taliban.
Yeah, that shit crazy.
It's just easy. Marvel made it so easy for us to see like how it happens.
It's true. Very true. At first, Iron Man went off. Too. That shit was fire.
So yeah, I don't know. Shout out to US. I don't know what we can do, but like most important is we need to fix here first. So
I agree.
hopefully shit's good.
But definitely prayers to the citizens of Afghanistan,
Shout
especially
out
women.
women and children for
Yeah.
sure.
Yeah. I don't know how we can help them.
I seen they had a press conference with it was like one of the Taliban leaders, and he was like on national TV with one of the women, and that's when a lot of the information came out, and they were like, "Nah, we're not like we're not crazy," and like
Yeah, like our women are gonna have jobs.
yeah,
they're gonna be
and they were
fine.
trying to make themselves
Like,
seem
we're not
more
gonna really
personable.
retaliate.
Yeah.
That's what I
That's
watch.
He was like, "Women are gonna have a space in this culture," so
Yeah. All you can do is pray for them.
exactly. I think a lot of people overreact.
But I think we saw it was a ceasefire. Like they waited as long as they could. They was like, all right, get the fuck out. And then, bro, yeah, there's a lot to it, but yeah, that's pretty much what it came down to.
It's been a long time.
Prayers out to Haiti. Prayers out to Afghan. Is the world still on fire? Do y'all know? It's just still on fire.
Bro, shit's just crazy, right?
Like,
Yo,
under
Shit's just
fire.
crazy.
Shouts out to the world on fire.
Prayers for the entire
Our
world.
air
Colorado-
quality being the worst in the world?
Yeah,
That's crazy.
Bro,
We
the
talked about
Colorado
that.
River is going low.
Anywhere? In the whole world?
Everywhere, bro.
Our air
So
quality
like, not
is the
only
worst.
don't we have air, we don't have water either because the Colorado River.
Is in a drought.
Bro, it makes sense because water cleans the air. You ain't got no water to clean the air. It's definitely gonna be bad air here.
Trash ass air.
I feel like it's just a circle of life. Like
Yeah.
it rains, if we floods the shit, goes evaporates. Like it's just a never-ending cycle.
Yeah, I saw something on the Colorado River.
Yeah, let's get some specifics.
See pulling it up.
For those who don't know what we're talking about, this is a report from New York Post. It says,
So something got the water cut for the first time like ever.
it says, in the first, U.S. declares water shortage on Colorado River. And some of the stuff I was seeing, what that means for not only the river, but like the lakes and surrounding bodies of water is a lot of the bodies that the river feeds, that the Colorado River feeds, is gonna start getting like cut off.
Yeah.
So there's not gonna be as many like side lakes and side rivers and things like that. It says the federal government has officially declared the first ever water shortage in the Colorado River. And I think that's huge because it's the first ever.
Yeah, that's crazy.
There's never a first, but whatever. The shortage was triggered because water levels in Lake Mead on the Nevada-Arizona border, the largest reservoir in the U.S., are projected to drop so low that it can't meet the water and energy demands of the communities in the West. So it says, much like the West and across our connected basins, the Colorado River is facing unprecedented and accelerated changes. And that was from the Assistant U.S. Secretary for Water and Science.
Yo, I just went white river rafting in the Colorado River.
Bro, what's crazy is this is Glenwood Springs. It says Interstate 70.
Did it when you went whitewater rafting? Would you have known that there was a shortage?
No.
No.
It says, what does this mean for us? And it says legally nothing. So it's not like we're gonna have to like slow down on our showers or slow down on drinking or anything like that right now. But like I was saying, it's just like, it's the beginning. So they're gonna start shrinking those lakes and like
Bro,
those
it's so
reservoirs.
crazy. I don't realize how rich Colorado is.
No, I think that was a good point about empathy and about like us losing empathy, because like you were saying, years ago we would see it on the news or on the newspaper, but it would feel like so far away.
For sure.
Like you said, Columbine, we heard about it, and we were even in Colorado, but it was like, that could never happen to us. Like, it felt so far away.
For sure.
But with the internet, like, you see everything.
Everything.
You feel
so
like
it's more
like-
personal.
Yeah.
You feel that's crazy to say that because you feel like you're in Afghanistan.
Yeah, exactly.
Yeah.
You feel like you're connected to everything. You're there. Whereas
I
in
mean,
the
you're
past,
seeing videos recorded by human beings, right?
Yeah.
Like, that's your perspective if you was holding the phone.
Yeah, exactly.
You know what I'm saying? So, like, you're right there. That shit is crazy.
Point
You're
of view.
literally,
This is my point of view right now.
yeah, same shit, right? So, I think, yeah, back in the day, like, when you would see something that would happen, you would go to work and you would talk about it frequently, right? Over and over and over. Week after week, month after month, and now you just kind of scroll up.
yeah.
You don't even have a conversation. It's just kind of expected. Like, every day you're going to see some shit like that.
Yeah, and that's what I was about to say. Whereas in the past, you used to talk about it longer. Now it's just
Sure.
like quick. It's like,
Yeah, you don't even think to have a conversation because you're just like, damn, that sucks.
Yeah.
Well, okay, I'll be in the comment feeds and I'm like, damn, I just had a conversation with a whole bunch of people. I don't even talk about this no more.
And not even natural disasters. I think that comes from the shootings,
Everything.
from the protests,
Everything.
from
You name it.
Everything.
But because we deal with so much, it's just like exhausting. So it's like we try and get some of that stuff out of our brain to make us feel less numb. But
For
like,
sure.
like you said, that definitely plays a impact on our empathy because it's like we can't take all this. Like we can't put all
But
this.
you're
That's a
consuming
great way
this
to
at the
put it.
same time. You gotta sometimes put a diet on what you consume on the
You have to
internet. You know what I
unplug.
mean? Yeah.
Yeah, my pastor said it last Sunday, like, you know, pastors, they're like very pure. So she was like, every time I see something bad, I just look away. Like I don't even watch movies that are bad. And I was just like, dang, like, I'll be watching movies. Does that make me, like, am I sinning?
Yeah, no, you straight.
Bro, she was looking at me too.
No, but when she was saying it,
Like certain things, and I was just like, damn, bro, is this a message from you right now? Like,
No,
I was
I'll
like,
be-
nah, like, we're, as humans, we're made to have a filter, right? So we can filter out, even if we see some bad stuff, we can filter out, like, that's not gonna influence you to make you go, like, for example, I feel like she was saying, like, if you watch a movie about killing, you're gonna go kill something, or it's just gonna
Yeah.
influence you in a way.
No, I think all things are part of life, right? So I don't think there's certain things that need to be ignored, right? Like, they're all part of life. You don't run from them; they're part of life. You
I
know what I
agree.
mean?
and it takes balance.
You gotta
It takes
be in
balance.
tune with reality. You gotta know what reality
For sure,
is.
you have to understand that there's certain things in life that exist that if you want to partake in, you're more than welcome to, but you got to understand consequences as well.
For sure.
If you understand both of those things, then you know what decisions you should make in life.
100%.
I agree.
And just realizing that there is good and bad.
For sure.
There's two choices, but like you said, it's up to the human. We have that filter to be able to, is this good for us? Is this bad? Should we do this? We probably shouldn't do this, but I'm going to do it anyways.
Yeah, I just always like, I don't know where I heard this, but I heard it a long time ago, and it's just like I don't want to live a foolish life. I want to live a full life.
I agree with
You
that.
know, like not like foolish meaning ignoring things, just being foolish to it. Like, nah, I don't know what it is, but I know it ain't for me. Whatever.
Right.
You know, but I want to live a full life, like knowing that, but knowing that ain't for me. I want to know what it is, though. You know.
No, and I think that's a good point because what your pastor is saying, we put this stuff into us, and it's like whether we eat it, whether we listen, whether we watch, like it's a part of our diet to say. So like if you just listen to like murder music or like killer music, you might want to start murdering people. If you all you do is like
you might run into a situation, and that might be
right,
If
and I
there's
think it
instincts.
does like feed your soul. So like non-consciously, I think that does play a role.
Yeah,
and that
I
is a
think
part
balance
of your diet. But
So key.
Balance is huge.
I do believe.
Balance is huge.
right. But with that said, I think us being humans, we do have that filter and that conscious to know what's right and what's
Right.
wrong.
And I think the older you get, right, and the more that you see, you can kind of base like entertainment off of your own experiences,
Exactly.
and you can understand a lot more. Like, oh, this is just for entertainment,
Right.
right?
I can
Because
kind of relate to this, but knowing that everything's not meant to relate to
for sure, yeah. But growing up, you don't necessarily know that that's not what life is.
Right.
I
You
feel
think
like
that's what life is.
I feel like I'm mastering, close to master my filter. You know, like knowing like what to filter. You know?
Like know
some
what's
people,
for you.
Some people might not have control of their filter, and I feel like I have good control over my filter.
That's
I would
what's
say
up.
those people that don't though, they probably don't really try to self-inflect or like
As
look at
much.
themselves, figure out what they want to work on to better themselves, whatever they figure out. You know what I mean?
And that self-reflection could be scary. So
Sure.
I could see that.
It's a tough thing.
I think it's necessary though.
Oh,
Like,
To grow, you have to.
Especially us being men, like I feel like we were brought up, growing up, and taught so many like foolish and like dumb rules and hood rules and like things it means to be like a manly man.
Yeah.
All this stuff that like I hear Charlamagne say it so much. It's like there's a lot of the stuff that we have to unlearn, like because a lot of the stuff that we've been taught and fed up to this point is BS.
Yeah.
I mean, life is a game, man, and you get one life. Like, you gotta just get busy. Because ultimately, right, like, think about people that died 4,000 years ago. You don't know their name. You have no fucking idea what their life was like. You don't know what they did. Maybe a few people will stick out,
there's
right?
like Achilles and like
Think about 1,000, I mean,
Jesus.
you know, a billion years. You know, like, there's just people that die and you have no clue what their life was like. And there's going to come a point where we're going to be dead, and there's going to be so many years in the future that they have no fucking idea that we were even here.
none of this stuff.
So
matters.
just live the life you want to live, right? Like, if it's yours and you got one shot, just do what you want to do. Just make it what you want to make it. Just be happy.
and that's
Yeah.
what helped me live more in the moment.
For sure, you have
Realize
to. That's
it.
all you have.
Yeah.
You don't have the future. You don't have the past. The past is done.
You can't change
Yo,
it.
Kung Fu Panda straight up.
That's how you know you got 3 kids. They be watching it, just not knowing cats. Be like, yo,
really analyzing
spitting. But Disney's good at that.
Yo,
Like,
real time.
the underlying, like, yo, they were onto something with
Bro,
that.
Disney's undefeated.
Yeah, what do you say? The past is history, the future is a mystery, and the present is a gift.
I honestly don't know.
That
the
sounds
quote.
about right.
Yeah, that sounds about right.
Crazy. And it's all true, right? Because
Yeah.
you can't control the past, it's already over, and you have no idea what the future holds. So, like, right now,
Past is
just
history, future's mystery, and present is
present
a
is a
gift.
gift. So
Present is a
facts.
gift.
I remember the turtle said it, and I was like, nah, bro.
You turned into it, bro.
I'm a new caption.
Hold up, bro.
A new caption, a new picture.
Facts. Straight up. But it's real talk though, man.
Nah, that is real. Though.
It is. It's real talk, man. You can't live outside of the moment. Cause what? I think
History.
Giannis
That's what gets
said it. He said like if you live in the past,
He did.
that's
this playoffs.
that's depression, right?
Yeah.
And if you live in the future, that's anxiety, right? So staying in, and that's all true,
True.
right? Like trying to focus on anything other than what
What's
is.
here at
That was a
hand,
bar
yeah.
for sure.
It's a bar,
Got my
right?
second part to the caption.
Nah, Giannis, there was a few like months where Giannis was just on a roll. Like when you started with the "Don't play with your food,"
Yeah.
talking about
But
Miami.
that's what made me like it, bro. It was each series he would say something
So
different,
true.
bro. Yeah.
So true.
He's a hard person to not like.
And I'm not even upset, you know, because we did lose to the champs, so I can't even be mad.
But y'all didn't lose. Y'all got swept.
By who though? By the champs though. Right? So,
That's a sweeping is a sweeping, bro.
hey man,
I can't even
if we
talk.
didn't lose to them, we would have won it. That's all I gotta say.
Anyways,
We'll never know.
we'll never know. I do want to talk about sports briefly, but not. I don't want to spend too much time because people already think we're a sports podcast. Is what I've been learning, so I don't want to spend too much time. But this kind of had the Twitter. You know, I stay on Twitter. This kind of had Twitter in a stir
Okay.
a day ago. The NBA revealed the Christmas games and the opening games.
Oh my god.
So I think there's a lot of things that they did well, of course. Main thing being the marquee Christmas game.
For sure.
Brooklyn Nets versus the Lakers.
Fact.
That's what everybody wants to see.
For sure.
It's on prime time.
Yeah.
This is just the opening games. Where's all the Christmas? So for the
No, that's still. Why are they giving you like,
like four.
5 pictures of those? There it is.
So for Christmas, they have Atlanta versus Knicks. Some good rematch, right? Everybody wants to see Trey.
For sure.
Trey.
Is it in the garden?
In the garden. It has to be in the
It
garden.
has to be in the garden. If it's not
It
in
is.
the garden,
It's
it
at-
doesn't
it's at
matter.
Knicks, yeah.
Is it?
It has to be.
Okay. I was like, it has to be at the garden.
So Atlanta versus the Knicks. Next game they have Boston versus Milwaukee.
I mean, that's gonna be alright.
Boston brings in a viewership.
Sure, it'd be cool.
Giannis is reigning champion and MVP. You know what I'm saying? Makes sense.
Who would you rather? I would have rather somebody else other than Boston.
All right. Well, let's come back to that. After that, we have Golden State and Phoenix. Everybody wants to see Steph.
For sure.
Phoenix was in the
a good
finals,
matchup.
so
Yeah.
I guess that
Is
kind of
Clay
makes
gonna be
sense.
playing?
Probably.
That's the census. That's what everybody's saying.
If that's the case, then that's gonna be off the chart.
That's gonna be a good game.
Yeah.
The marquee game, we have Brooklyn versus the Lakers. Who's that? Kyrie, KD,
Phenomenal.
James Harden versus Westbrook, Anthony Davis, and LeBron James.
And Dwight Howard. And
A couple quick narratives they were throwing out. They were saying that's it's the reunion of the OKC team. So remember James Harden, Westbrook, and KD.
Yeah.
They're getting all together. LeBron and KD, or LeBron versus KD is
Yeah.
always a thing.
And LeBron versus Kyrie.
Kyrie.
Well, the fact that they
teammates.
swap point guards to me, I think is what's wild.
Yeah,
I see that, yeah.
it's gonna be interesting.
Right, Westbrook with LeBron.
To see like, hey, I couldn't use them, but maybe you can do
If
better.
if
But
they wind up
LeBron-
in the finals together and Westbrook wins a ring with LeBron, that's gonna be the craziest shit. ever.
LeBron won with KD though, with Kyrie. So
That's what
Kyrie
I'm
still
saying.
has to win.
So
with
if he don't
KD.
win with KD, that's gonna be wild. That even
So I think
bigger,
if he wins with Westbrook, that's like a double win.
for sure. That's like LeBron's amazing, right? Like
LeBron's pretty amazing.
it is. But if he wins with Westbrook, that's amazing, right? That's my favorite player in the league right now. is
Westbrook.
Yeah.
And then lastly, we have Dallas, Luka Doncic versus Utah.
That'd
for
be
the
good.
game. What
Yeah,
are
like a fart sound. What the fuck?
That'd be straight.
Nah, man. How are they gonna?
what
Let me
are
say
our
this.
initial thoughts?
How are they disrespecting my guy Jokic? How's he the? You know he's the first
Ooh,
MVP.
this should have been
MVP to not get a Christmas game after he won MVP.
For real?
Yes. He's the most disrespected MVP ever.
That's crazy.
They could have easily took Dallas out. Jazz and the
Jazz.
Nuggets went for a crazy, insane series that was an instant classic.
Yeah, they did. It was awesome. The
But
bubble-
that's
bubble
all I gotta
series.
say.
Y'all done upset you right. Y'all done upset you right.
I think it should have been Heat Bucks on Christmas.
Okay.
Definitely over fucking Celtics.
I did see a lot of the Jokic, the MVP has to be on
I'm saying.
prime time
For
television.
sure.
I'm
But
saying.
then I was like, who would they change? Dallas versus either or.
Dallas
Dallas
Nuggets.
versus Dallas versus the Nuggets or the Nuggets versus Jazz. I
Exactly.
think would be fair.
I say Dallas versus Nuggets, and then I say Heat versus Bucks, and that's really all I would change.
Yeah.
I don't think anything else. Cause
I like the Heat
the
versus.
Celtics even make the playoffs last year.
Yeah,
No, they did, but they weren't that good.
Yeah.
I think they got out the first round.
Yeah.
but Tatum is a budding superstar.
He's great,
So
and they didn't have Brown because he was injured,
yeah,
and he's nice.
So
that boy's
I-
bounce
I-
is something else.
I get it, but Phoenix. I mean,
They earned that.
yeah,
They earned
they went
that.
to the championship.
I mean, yeah,
They almost won.
I was getting my hate ready, but I'm gonna let them live. I'll let them live. I think it was big they re-signed Chris Paul.
Yeah, honestly, at first I kind of wanted them to win, and then because I wanted Chris Paul to get a ring, and then I was like, wait, what? Why the fuck do I want Chris Paul? Why do I care? I don't care.
So then you start going for
I wanted the
runs.
Bucks to win because they swept us, so it made me feel better about losing.
I only was rooting for the Bucks because at the beginning of our podcast, I said the Bucks were going to win, so I had to ride with them.
Yes.
Y'all had a little thing. You said they were trash. You said they were
Bro, I said the Bucks are gonna win it all.
No, you definitely said they were trash.
Giannis put up 50.
Then I fell in love with Giannis.
Giannis put up 50. Yeah, no. The Lakers Nets game is about to be.
That's for sure the marquee matchup. Like,
That's gonna be awesome.
If they're healthy, though.
How many
that's
times did
the
they
thing,
play
too.
before that though?
true.
They probably will play twice that season. So I don't know if that's the first game of the year,
Just two.
but if they're inter-conference, they usually play twice.
Okay.
But the Lakers is in
Inter-conference, so one's east, one's west.
Yeah.
they're both gonna be the same amount of health.
I hope. You
So
never
they're
know.
fully healthy.
Yo, if they're fucking healthy in the championship,
Christmas?
both teams.
Oh, by October?
I mean, all of them had so much time off.
If
except
it's both of
KD.
them, that's
KD's
it.
the only one that's been playing. So like,
Katie's been balling.
right.
Yeah.
KD's only 32. That's also what I realized.
Westbrook's
People, like,
32.
that's not old.
That's not old.
KD still he's in his prime still.
I say once you hit 35 basketball wise, that's when I'm like, all right.
Even
Yeah,
34, I'm like, maybe, but I seen
From
some.
34, you still straight.
Yeah, exactly. I seen
35 is
kill
like,
that.
all right.
Shit, LeBron's
What's gonna
36.
do? Yeah.
Yeah, but
36.
LeBron's different, bro.
No, for sure.
LeBron's different.
No, for
Well,
sure.
he's about to be 37.
He's not gonna break.
I hope not. Knock on wood.
It's all knock on wood.
That's crazy. Like he works for it. It's not like this is just
Yeah, for
natural.
sure
Like,
he
I'm
is.
LeBron.
I mean, he spent $1 million
Per
a year on his body.
But what's amazed me is
Per year.
Per
the
year.
his body, but the progression of his shot is what really changed his game.
I wouldn't.
Yeah.
Yes, his shot, but his
But-
full game, like he's.
Well, he's a smart. Yeah, he's already
been able to like
Less
grow.
work.
Yeah.
Work harder,
Miami-
not work smarter, not harder.
Miami made LeBron.
I agree.
It helped for
He
sure.
got them to the
I was
championship
so
mindset.
sad we lost.
I mean, he went to
the
a
Mavs.
championship team
Yeah.
or a franchise.
So
like
sad we
this.
lost
For
to the
sure.
Mavs.
A winning franchise. Going from
Definitely.
Cleveland to Miami is.
That was my
like-
favorite basketball I've ever watched in my life.
I bet, motherfucker. Since we're here, what are your predictions for Miami this year? The Miami Heatles. You guys did a few.
5 seed.
Okay. What about in the playoffs? Any noise?
I think if we're fully
Eastern
healthy in the
Conference.
playoffs, I think we can make the Eastern Conference Finals. Like, if we're fully healthy in the playoffs, yes, for sure.
But do you think anyone could beat Brooklyn if they're healthy?
In the league.
East,
In the league?
in
Yeah.
the league,
Are they the favorites?
I think the Lakers could beat Brooklyn. I think it'd be solid.
What about in the East? Can anyone beat Brooklyn?
Fully healthy.
Yeah.
That face is scary.
Quickly I want to say no,
Right.
right? But then I start to actually think about basketball and I think about defense,
Team
and then I'm just
size.
like,
Yeah.
and overall
Size
team
is their
and
kryptonite.
size,
And
for
low-key
sure.
adjustments.
Just like complete
Yeah,
basketball, not
yeah.
just scoring, right? And I think, okay, yeah, y'all could definitely be beaten for sure, right? Like, and I think that
Anybody can.
me being a Heat fan, of course I'm gonna say this, but like I honestly feel like if we, not last year, but the year before, if we played with the same tenacity that we played with against the Nets, I don't see them beating them, right? The Bucks played very aggressive basketball. I don't see them beating the Bucks in 7 games, right? Like,
And you got some Bam hate. What's up with that? I love Bam. And
I
think-
want to love
talking
Bam,
about
but
young,
I
he's
don't feel
still
like
young.
he's he is young. He needs to be far more aggressive. I need him 10 for 25.
In the playoffs, for sure. 'cause
I
he
need
kinda
him
fell off in
10
the
for
playoffs.
25 multiple games throughout the year. I need him trying to score the basketball.
What's crazy is I would say during the regular season he was that guy.
But he's
then-
not. That's not his game. He's
But that's
he's
our
like
problem.
a Jokic. He's
No.
not a score first.
Jokic be
But
dropping
Jokic
30.
is our number one.
Yeah, bro, Jokic be dropping 30. I'm like, bro, you got the ball so often, and you just be passing up so many open shots, and it kills me. Shoot the fucking ball, or get off of it, right? Like, but he needs to be far more aggressive than he is, and he's not being that, and it kills me. It kills me.
It's tough. I think he's learning the game and learning where he needs to fit into it because he can be a potential Jokic type player where he can score that much. But even Jokic at first, it took him a while to get to that point to average 26 points a game. You know what I mean?
Yeah,
He was more around that 20-pointer game.
I just think that he needs to, because he has the skills, right? Like, I think if he's got Jokic guarding him, he's going past Jokic, right? If he's, got somebody smaller, he's posting him up, right? Like, he's in a great spot for his height and his athleticism and what he can do with the ball, because he can dribble, right? He's solid.
He
And
can
he
pass,
can shoot. He got a nice mid
It's
range.
tough to be the point center though. That's
It
what I'm
is.
saying. You got to learn the game. So I think if you give him a couple years, because like you say, he weighs 23 or something like that. Right?
24.
I
24?
agree.
He
I
just
just
turned
I feel like he got a little bit of Ben Simmons in him, and
Nah.
that makes me nervous, right? Because I'm like,
I
in
think
terms
he's-
of being aggressive and shooting the ball, like that opens up so much more for your team, right? Even if you're just a threat of doing it, and I don't think he intimidates people in that manner,
I don't
right?
see that.
One reason I would say no is because Bam is actually a good free throw shooter. He's not afraid to go to the line. He's not afraid of the moment. He went to Kentucky, one and done. I just think he needs more experience. He needs more basketball
For
under his
sure.
wing. He started playing late. Like I said, he's one and done. This is like his 7th year playing basketball.
I
He's
think
still
he will.
learning this
I
shit.
think he will get to a point where he is, perennial all-star every year, right? And he's just doing that. But I don't think that's going to be in the window with us signing an old-ass Kyle Lowry. It's not going to happen in the next 2 years. He's not going to be the Bam we need him to be.
Yeah, I don't see Bam being I definitely see him being a yearly all-star. I don't see him being like one of the top 10 players, but I
No.
see him being that 10 to 20.
I could see him being an all-star. I just don't think he would ever be like MVP caliber.
No, but if that's the case, I need him to be Defensive Player of the Year every year, right? And
I-
he has
I
the
can see him
ability to
having
do
one or
that.
two of those
Yeah,
MVP
like he has the
like
ability
seasons.
to do that, but he's got to commit to that, right? Because Defensive Player of the Year, unless you're Giannis, you're not going to be,
Pedestrian.
MVP. You know what I'm saying? So I don't know. I wish us well. I hope we do well, but I say 5th seed, 4th seed for us, and we can make some noise in the playoffs if we're healthy. Once we got Oladipo back, I was like, all right, if he's healthy, he give us 20 a game.
If he could stay healthy.
If he can stay healthy and give us 20 a game,
Shit, Bam giving you
Jimmy
19.
give us 20 a game, Bam give us 20 a game, but Jimmy gonna average what, 8 assists, 9 assists,
Jimmy's a baller.
baller.
He's for sure you guys.
We got Duncan, sniper.
Hero.
He kinda
We
fell off
got
last
PJ
year.
Tucker. Yeah, but I don't think that's a consistent thing. I think it'll be
Yeah, no,
I think last year just
Yeah,
in
shooter,
terms,
shooter, shoot.
yeah.
Yeah, he just gonna
last
keep
year
shooting.
just the energy for
Yeah.
some reason was just not there where we needed it to be.
You
Let's
still
not
got
lie.
Hero.
Yeah, for sure. He was gonna ball out.
Y'all are nice.
Yeah, we'll be alright. I think we'll be alright, but I don't think we're just gunning to win a chip. You know what I mean? Brooklyn's far better.
What about, I know you're a Chiefs fan too, how you feeling for football?
I think we'll be alright.
Of course.
I think if
Patrick Mahomes.
If our offensive line is healthy, we'll be
As long as
straight.
Patrick Mahomes though, he's
Yeah.
healthy. That's all that really matters.
For sure. And we got Ben Roethlisberger at tight end.
Who?
Y'all see a picture of this fool?
Yeah, that fool looking weird. That boy looked weird, bro.
You look like Ben Roethlisberger.
That boy,
He really did.
for
though.
sure. I'm like, yo, who are you?
They call it a beard fish.
I'm like, this the guy I used to go crazy over. Beard really be making or breaking the
Facts, man. So yeah, we got him a tight end. I
This
think-
pedestrian white boy they trying to give the sauce to.
Hopefully that means he just
I got
focusing
pissed
on
off.
his game.
Focused, yeah, he better
Yeah.
be
I'm
some
definitely drafting him to one.
woosah shit. For real, for real.
I'm
Nah,
just gonna say, you better grow that shit out
I
ASAP.
think we'll be straight. The Bucks kind of scare me though.
Yes, sir.
Like to hear that Tom Brady wasn't healthy the whole
There's
year.
no one in the AFC that would scare you?
Kind of front. No,
No, not the Bills, not
stop it.
the Titans.
Cut it out.
No. Okay.
No, I'm not worried about
The
it.
Broncos.
Cut it out.
Sorry, I'm like-
No, I'm not. I think we'll be straight.
You
But
better be scared of that Broncos defense, bro.
nah.
Not the Chiefs.
Yeah, bro. I'm
We got it
excited.
so easy.
No, the Chiefs be. I mean, the Broncos fans be so rude to me at the games, man.
Bro,
They be
Broncos
screaming at
fans
me.
are the rudest.
Bro, the worst.
They
I be
are,
like,
bro.
damn,
We
man.
are the worst fans. I'm saying it as a fan.
Yeah.
We are the worst.
So I'll be
I
excited.
know Raiders
Yeah,
fans are pretty bad too.
Raider fans, yeah, but I ain't been to a Raiders game and got a dub at a
Yeah.
Raiders game. It's not a fun feeling to get a dub at Mile High.
For real, I feel like I'd be feeling good.
I mean, it's cool, but you gonna
like, hey, talk your shit, cause guess what? My team won.
for sure, but it's a lot.
Oh yeah, it's draining.
Yeah, it's a lot. It's like, all right.
You wore out by then.
Yeah, like,
I'm gonna talk shit. I'm gonna talk shit over here.
Yeah, we good.
I'm gonna walk to my car, but I'm gonna still talk
Yeah,
shit.
we gonna be here. Nah, yeah, I think we'll be straight. Tampa look like they're gonna be all right, for real.
I'm putting all my money on Tampa winning the first game.
Against the Cowboys.
Yeah.
First game of the year.
Yeah.
Yeah, I mean,
I'm
Yeah.
just telling them my bet, my voting bet.
Yeah.
We don't even know if Dak's gonna play.
Even if he does.
He's gonna play.
they're not gonna dub.
If he does play, I hope he does play because my odds are good.
Tom Brady wasn't healthy last year.
Exactly.
Like, if that's true, that's fucking
And
absolutely.
they have the
nuts.
same
He wasn't
team.
healthy.
But-
He wasn't like.
They have the same exact team.
The
That's what I'm
same
saying,
team, and
he
they have
wasn't- he
cohesion.
was-
They didn't lose a game for like 9 games.
And did you see what they did to the Chiefs?
So
But-
I will say this: we should have
Defense,
lost like
bro.
that. We had a lot of shit
Defense.
against us.
The
A lot of shit against
For
us.
sure, and that's where I think the Chiefs can put up a better fight. But I think
Yes,
the Bucks.
but they don't make me. If we're fully straight, healthy,
It's the line.
you know, our
The
one of
line?
our coaches don't got a DUI,
And it was his son.
right? Like
It's the line and Patrick Mahomes' toe.
for
That
sure,
was
and
the
his
two
toe
things that
and the
was-
line and that shit.
And hopefully y'all niggas catch
This
passes.
fool said, "Fuck my toe, I'm gonna throw sideways in the air."
Yes, I'm gonna just jump. I'm gonna die.
I don't need to jump. I don't need
That
to
was
throw
pretty
off my toe.
impressive, man.
That was a crazy pass.
It was.
Crazy.
So I think we'd be straight. But the Bucks. Who else looked
My
nice
Giants?
this year?
Green
Yeah.
Bay.
Green Bay. of
Green
course.
Bay always, yeah. They got Aaron Rodgers there.
Chicago.
Yeah.
Sleeper.
Chicago.
That's what I keep hearing. I keep hearing that.
Sleeper.
Okay.
That's
Who
all I
else
got,
we
bro.
worried about?
I heard Justin Fields is going on.
Ravens. Were we worried about the Ravens?
They the same.
So I'm
be
really
honest,
not worried
Same
about
old
the
Ravens.
Ravens.
To be honest,
If you
no.
weren't worried
Yeah.
before, don't be worried.
Yeah,
now.
I'm not really worried
They're not
about
really
the
improving
Ravens.
to me.
Except to Lamar Jackson.
And he boy gonna run.
He's gonna run a lot. This good boy gonna force gun.
This fool does everything.
Yeah, he's amazing though.
Nah,
That's
yeah.
insane.
Him as a
They gonna be in the
fantasy player,
playoffs.
I was
I
I mean,
definitely
they're gonna be in
Yeah.
the playoffs, but I don't know if
They're not
I'm
winning
worried
a
about them
playoff
making
game.
Nah.
the Super
They
Bowl.
have to
They're
get
not
up
winning a
early.
playoff game.
Yeah.
Yeah, if they don't get up early in a playoff game, they're done because they gotta run the ball so much. So they're just gonna tick off so much clock. Can't get it
If
done.
they get a solid defense and to where Lamar Jackson doesn't have to do as much,
For sure.
They have a solid defense.
Yeah, but they're solid for sure. They just
they're hopeless.
yeah,
Lamar Jackson just has to complete passes.
for sure.
Exactly.
So it's all up to him. And they need more receivers. They need
For
more
sure.
receivers out there.
They just running that ball too much, and that takes too much clock. So you can't come back in games. It's over.
I like Baltimore though. I like the Colts.
They are solid.
I like the Titans.
Yeah, I'm hating on the Titans. My homie a Titans fan, but the Titans will be alright.
I'm like the Browns.
The Browns.
Browns are gonna be
good
alright.
too, yeah.
I think the Browns are gonna be alright for sure. For sure.
But I think it's the Chiefs to lose.
I think so. I agree with you. I hope we win again. I would lose my fucking mind.
We got to get out to Kansas City for that.
I went to one. Let's go.
The parade.
No, I didn't
Oh,
go
for
to
a
the
game.
parade because it was terrible weather. And
Yes,
happy
it's
I didn't
gonna
go.
be
Loki, I'd be down to travel for a game.
It's always cold, but it's like an 8-hour drive.
All right.
My dad
yeah.
drives all the
Yeah,
time.
it's amazing. It's
hours,
beautiful. The stadium's awesome.
And we're an hour behind, so we
Yeah.
will gain an hour going and lose them
We
coming
could run it. Okay.
back. KD and Draymond sat down.
Oh yes,
I want to just touch on that real quick.
yes.
I feel like people have been waiting for them to come to a resolution, and people, ever since they had beef on the court, people think they've had beef in real life. But I watched it. I didn't want to watch it. I was gonna wait till after. I was like, I'm just gonna watch it. Did any of you guys watch it at all?
Not
I
the
didn't
full
watch the
thing.
whole thing. No,
You seen
but I
some
did watch
clips?
a lot of it.
Yeah.
Every clip that was available.
I was like, I probably did watch.
I watched
something,
all
yeah.
of it. Yeah,
Honestly, it was like unclimactic.
for sure.
What did you guys really like see or take away from their interaction?
Well, we don't know shit.
Right.
Is basically the moral of the story. We don't know what's really going on. And just think about it, like, there's friends in my life where, like, we may have gotten into an argument at that point, but I still love them as friends. You know what I mean? Like, that doesn't change how I felt about them. I think that's just kind of how people, they do that shit sometimes.
Yeah,
You gotta
it's
get
like-
into an argument. You know what I mean?
That's life. I agree with
Yeah.
you. I didn't think it was that big of a deal. I didn't think it deserved the magic Isaiah treatment.
Yeah. Oh, right.
Exactly.
Well, two things. One thing I found out, well, the one thing I realized instantly was, okay, Draymond has his own platform. That's dope. I've
Super
always
dope.
thought
Yeah.
Draymond was like outspoken, and it was
Yeah,
only a
for
matter
sure.
of time before he
Yeah.
like joins that media space. And then two,
That's a good interview for that too.
yeah, he's
A lot of
spoken.
attention.
I watched the whole thing, and he had a pretty good interview. But
And he asked the right questions.
yeah, like he's on TNT
Yeah.
crew, he'd be on ESPN sometimes, so he knows how to actually formulate an interview.
For sure.
But it was just dope to see him still being in the league and getting it off the ground now.
Yeah.
And it's crazy because so many athletes, entertainers, rappers have platforms now, whether it's podcasts or their own media thing or their own whatever, and it's crazy. So shout out to Draymond for that. That's dope. I think it was through Bleacher Report too. That's another thing I realized. I'm like, okay, they did a little partnership. Like these are the little small things I pay attention to.
Yeah.
But
I know it's cool that they actually got to sit down and have that conversation though.
I didn't think it needed the whole magic.
No, for real. I thought it was
Isaiah.
a little extra, right? Could have been.
But he didn't say nothing, so he asked him. He was like, "Was that the main reason? Like you went away?" And basically he said yes, but he said no. So he was saying
Yeah.
the argument wasn't the big thing, but like
Yeah,
how
the support
handled.
of
how it was
argument.
handled,
Yeah.
and how they were weird about it. And even Draymond touched on that. He was like, "So they sat me down like I was a kid, and they were like, we're gonna suspend you." And he was like, "I just laughed in their face."
Yeah. Yeah. So I didn't even see that I cursed you out or I laughed. So I laughed.
The situation's funny.
Shit, you say funny to me, yeah.
I'm like, Draymond's such a real.
For real.
I'm like, he's talking to the owner in the GM
Yeah.
like this, so he's crazy, bro.
For real, for real.
And Steve Kerr too.
That's what I'm saying. Like Draymond.
It's true though. I mean, it made me think of some Ice Cube shit.
And he was saying basically, me and KD need to sit
To
down
have a
and face it
conversation. I mean,
one on
that's-
one,
and it's facts.
rather than us like isolate ourselves, go to timeout like some kids. Like we're brothers. Like you said, this is
He
gonna
gets in his
happen.
office like, you're getting suspended. He's like, "Dad, I just fought my homie though."
Exactly.
Well, and it seemed like they try to keep them separated
Yeah.
too. Like, it's so crazy to me as a man, I'd like, yo, you two just need to talk. You guys need to just sit down,
Go in the room.
talk,
If you
figure
want
it
us
out.
there, we'll be there.
If not, figure it out.
Right.
Yeah, you know what I mean? And it seems like that didn't happen.
No.
Which is weird to see a brand and a team of that high magnitude like not handle something like so close to home well.
Yeah.
And it just proves like everybody's human.
Mhm.
But KD was saying the same thing. He was like, basically, I just didn't like how they handled it. Like, I was just thinking like we would address that at some point. Like he was saying when, who was the example he brought up? He said when Scottie Pippen didn't want to take the last shot
everyone talked to him in the locker room.
Everybody was on his ass like that you were wrong. Basically, like they didn't sugarcoat it. They brought it to him front street. But with Golden State, he was like everybody was like turning the cheek. Nobody wanted to address it. They were just acting like shit. Like
Like it
It didn't happen.
Yeah.
Like nothing happened.
exactly. And he was like, where I'm from, like that's not just gonna bode well. So he was like, after that, I just kind of started looking at it differently.
For sure.
And then another thing that I thought was interesting through that interview was KD's outlook. A lot of people were saying that KD wasn't really happy in Golden State those last few years, or the last 1 year, I guess, because he's only there 3 years. And Draymond asked him straight up. He was like, I felt like personally, like the first 2 years you were happy, but that last year we could just see like you were kind of over it. And KD was kind of saying, and this kind of brought up, tied into like how he is on Twitter now, how he kind of responds to everything, how he is with media, he's like more straightforward. He was like, when I first came in, he was like, I was kind of happy-go-lucky. I felt like the media, they knew more than me. So like what they would say was like law or was right. And I didn't really have room to like defend myself. But then he was like, after, you know, you grow up, after you learn things, after you put yourself in different situations, he also said going to Golden State was like his best decision and he did not regret it at all. But he was like, going to Golden State, he really just wanted to lock in. That was the first time, the first team, he said, where he really knew his role. He wasn't going into the game like, am I gonna have to pass tonight? Am I gonna have to shoot? Am I gonna be like on defense? He said with Golden State, everybody knew their role. Everybody knew what they were supposed to do. So he loved that. And he just kind of like grew up. He was locked in. He wasn't playing games. He wasn't to like laugh around. And he was like, he kind of likes that about himself. He was like, I just kind of take shit more seriously. And he even asked him too, like, well, you're 32 and you don't really have no kids. We haven't really seen you with a wife or anything.
Yeah, so
And he was like, you know what, I'm just taking my time. He was like, I feel like if I would have had a kid when I was younger, I probably wouldn't have been this great of a man. So like the fact that I still don't have kids now, I think it's perfect timing.
Yeah.
So I don't know, I think I love, that's why I'm so big into like Joe Budden, and I love when the people who are actually into that field actually conduct the interviews, because they know like it's more personal rather than you go to somebody like a David Letterman who's like, I know he's just gonna ask me the vague stuff.
for sure. You don't know what questions
Yeah,
to ask.
he doesn't know the culture.
For sure.
That's why I always really appreciate it. Even the TNT crew, like Shaq, like they know.
Yeah.
They've been in the fights, so they
Yeah.
have room to speak on it. As annoying as they can be,
Yeah,
I always appreciated the people who actually put in the groundwork. So
for sure.
I thought it was a pretty good interview. It was just pretty short.
Yeah, it was. I liked it too. From what I saw, I did enjoy it. It was cool to see them have that conversation. For
And I love to
They touched
see-
on good points.
I love to see KD opening up, because we don't get a lot from KD.
No.
And for
Slim
him to
Reaper.
be one of the best in the league,
I'm
like,
just happy he adopted that. The Slim Reaper, that's like the greatest.
Mm.
did you
greatest
watch
thing
any
of
of
all
the
time.
USA Olympics?
The games?
Yeah.
Yeah, I watched the championship
You
games.
seen they were calling him Captain America?
No, I didn't see
That
that.
shit was so fire to me.
That's funny. That's cool. I mean, it's crazy that he got the most points. I'm kind of salty that it's not Melo.
Melo.
Yeah.
So you room for the Lakers this year, right?
No, I'm rooting for the Heat. But if the Heat go out, I want the Lakers to get a dub. That'd be
That's
nice.
crazy. I kind of feel the same way, but it's more for LeBron.
Yeah,
I want
just like that
yeah.
narrative.
You not
Yeah.
fucking with Melo?
I mean, I like Melo too. I mean, I'm not one of those Nuggets fans that hates Melo because he
Yeah.
left. I cherish Melo. He was
Yeah,
the reason
he
why I
was
love
amazing.
basketball so much. You know what I
He
mean?
was your introduction.
I'm a Melo
sure.
fan before I'm a Nuggets fan.
Yeah.
I'm a Nuggets fan before I'm a Melo
Definitely.
fan, but
That's how I felt
We
about
cheer for the
Kobe.
Lakers for the
Both of
first time in my
those.
life.
Like, that was my introduction to basketball. I'm like, what
Yeah.
is this? Kobe was the first one I attracted to.
Yeah.
And I'm definitely a Kobe fan over a Laker fan. But I'm like, shit, I'm here now. So
yeah, might as well stay. Right?
I'm like, and Kobe didn't get traded, so like he was a lifer.
No, that's-
So like if he would have went
that's how I
somewhere
am,
else,
bro.
it might have felt different.
Yeah.
Yo, that's how I'm with my Heat, right? And D Wade for sure. But the thing is, I love Kobe, right? Like, fucking amazing, right? Out of all athletes, he was
The athlete of
he was
athletes.
the athlete of athletes, man.
He's
And
like your favorite athlete's favorite athlete.
Shaq is probably my favorite player of all time. But I wouldn't say I'm a Lakers fan, right? I guess I wouldn't have said I was a Lakers fan until they started sucking.
Ah.
For real. And then once they started sucking and everybody was like off the Lakers.
You're like, who's this Dwayne Wade nigga over here?
Right.
He's like a young Kobe,
Oh.
slashing and dashing. He's like, Dwayne Wade is like Kobe and Iverson put
Oh,
together.
for sure.
I feel
I
like.
agree with that. Yeah.
D-Wade's amazing, man.
D-Wade is
The
crazy.
man is a bucket. He
D-Wade
should
is...
have an MVP. Brown stole MVP from him.
That's tough.
Brown stole MVP from him. But it's okay. He got 3 though. He got 3 of those things.
We got the finals MVP though.
He does.
Which is
He got,
that's
he got
how
3 of those things.
Oh, he's
And the
definitely. He got
finals.
three championships. He's going.
And he's got the most blocks as a guard.
Oh, that's crazy. I didn't
At
know
his
that.
height.
Okay.
Yeah, 6'4" and under. He's got the most blocks.
Okay.
Anything else you want to touch on sports before we go into music? It's kind of a slow week for sports,
Yeah. Nah. I don't know.
which is fine.
I don't have nothing to say. No.
You saw the Broncos dominating preseason?
She's got a dope too. Just throw it out there.
Yeah.
This is preseason.
You know you
talking
down,
about
yeah.
preseason?
So let's say you know you down bad when you gotta talk about preseason.
It's the only thing we know that.
You know that's down bad. You know we dominating preseason.
Who is your team?
The Broncos. That's why I didn't say anything about preseason.
No, I
That's why I'm quiet over here.
told you we're the worst fans, bro. I told you, bro. We're the worst. All around.
Bro, yeah, y'all be having me struggling for real. For real, for real.
Before we dive into music more, I thought this was interesting. Anderson .Paak got a tattoo over the weekend, warning not to release his music if he dies. And what his tattoo says is, it says, "When I'm gone, please don't release any posthumous albums or songs." I don't know what that word is. My name attached to those were just demos and never meant or intended to be heard. I know we talk about posthumous music all the time.
Post-Thalamus. Yeah.
Platypus.
Platypus.
How do you guys feel about Anderson .Paak just going ahead and putting it on? Like, yo, if I'm gone, do not put my shit out.
I feel him.
Yeah.
Like, if I was gonna say honestly, like,
Very
same.
selfish.
no,
It's selfish?
I don't
Nah.
think so. I think,
I still feel him though.
Yeah, let him talk. Let him talk.
yeah, no, I feel you. Man, I just feel like it's his shit, right? Like, if he wants to put it out a certain way, that should be respected, right? Now, if he did put out a warning, and then you did it, whatever. But if you do it after that,
Yeah, it's like you fucked.
that's
Alright,
pretty
that's a
bad.
good question. Do y'all really think this is gonna stop his music from being released?
It better.
Well, it depends on what he has signed, I think.
Not in
Who is-
this
yeah.
world.
If he, yeah.
I mean, yeah.
You would hope so, but not in this
If he's
reality.
under contract, I don't know if there's much he could do.
He must think.
But if he's independent,
But this lets the people and his fans know, like, Anderson didn't have nothing to do with this. Whereas, like, where we were debating on Pop Smoke and Mac Miller, like, I don't know, was he? Did he want this? No, Anderson .Paak is saying, if I'm gone and they put out music, I didn't have nothing to do with that. That's clearly
Yeah,
the
don't
label.
support it, yeah.
He's like making it known, like, I don't want my shit out. I thought that was huge.
Just tad.
I agree with him. And I'm, because you already know how I feel. I usually don't, because I don't know who's profiting off that. And I don't want it
I
to
don't
go to the wrong
support it.
people. Yeah.
I don't support it. I feel so. Mac Miller died right before I listened to his album, and
What was
like
that album called?
Swimming pool?
swimming.
Swimming, yeah.
I think, and so he dropped that, and I thought it was a phenomenal album, and then he died. And I was like, oh, this is terrible. Became a big fan, and then I think they
Did you
dropped
feel a
Circles.
certain way listening to it after he passed?
No, so that one was before he passed.
Yeah.
And then they dropped
Swimming
Circles after he passed.
Yes.
And I still have not listened to it.
I have not either.
Because I'm just like, that's not Mac Miller. He didn't co-sign that. He
No,
didn't sign off on that.
No, but Swimming came out like right
It
before.
came out a month before he died.
Right.
Yes.
So did you feel like some type of way listening to it after he passed in, or
So
were you-
bro, so this is crazy. So it's a crazy story actually. So before, I never really listened to Mac Miller, right? Because me and white rappers, we have a thing, right?
Understandable.
I'm just like, all right, there's a few that I really fuck with. I think Eminem is probably the greatest rapper of all time. You can debate that if you want. I like me some Yellow Wolf.
Yo.
You know,
Yeah.
for sure, right? So my homie Luke, who happens to be a white dude, was always trying to put me on Mac Miller, and I was like, bro, I'm good, man. I'm good. I thought it was like Astro, right? I was like, I'm straight, man. And he's like, you should listen to this album. I was like, hey, that shit. It's the one before Swimming.
I think I know what you're talking about. That one was pretty fire.
It was amazing.
Watching movies with Good AM?
No.
Oh, the Divine
The
Family.
Divine Family. Amazing album, right? And I was having my son
Oh, wow.
at the time,
Okay.
right? So when
That was the one that was slower. He had like Anderson .Paak
it was
on there.
great.
Yeah.
Kendrick Lamar was
Yeah,
on there. It was
Kendrick.
It's
phenomenal.
interesting that you bring that up because I saw some trending based off that, but I'll wait.
Bro, it was actually right after my son was born and my wife and my son were sleeping. He was like, you should listen to this album. So I'm in the hospital. And I'm like,
That was probably the perfect album for you to
good
listen
man,
to.
I'm good,
Listen to at
right?
that time.
So then he's like, racist. And I'm like, oh, fuck. No, I'm not, man, leave me alone, right? And I'm just like, I don't, it's not gonna be good, right? And he's like, you gotta listen to it, because we'd be fucking with each other, right? And so I'm like, all right, I'll listen to it. And I listened to it while they were sleeping, and it was phenomenal, right? It was an
That's
amazing
the
album.
Really, he changed his style too.
It was an amazing album, and I was like, damn, right, like, I've been missing out, right? So then, lucky me, he drops Swimming, I think it's called Swimming. He drops that shit like the next 2 days. I'm still in the hospital, right?
As you're still on the
I'm
Bond
still
Feminine.
right there, yeah. So I get to listen to
What's
that in the hospital. It's a great album, so I became a big Mac Miller fan, and then a month later he died. And I was like, what the fuck, bro? What? Like, I just became a big fan, you know? And so no, I haven't listened to Circles, and I agree with this tattoo. If you didn't sign off on it, I don't think we should bump it. Pop
Right.
Smoke was different though. I think 50 signed off on his shit so heavy.
And we talked about it, his mom and his little brother were heavily involved.
Okay, yeah,
Like his mom named all the title songs on his album.
for sure.
And she's like doing spoken word on there.
Yeah.
What were you about to say about the Divine Feminine?
So I saw this trending earlier on Twitter, and it was Golding. And I don't know if you saw this after Mac passed away. Golding.
That was trending today.
Yeah, randomly, bro. I swear, I just like maybe it was on my For You. I don't know, but it was like just randomly, and I saw that. But basically, long story short, he posted something. Anderson .Paak happened to be involved and responded because Anderson .Paak and Mac Miller have had songs. They're boys like that and stuff. But Goldlink was basically saying that like Mac was the first to really co-sign Goldlink, I guess, and I didn't know this. But he also felt like Mac kind of took his style. And
Yeah, that's what I heard.
So it's just interesting you brought up, and that was trending today. But that's,
I remember when that kind of was a thing. And what was weird was, and that's kind of like why I think Goldlink's stuff didn't get that much press.
Yeah.
But like Goldlink posted all that like right after Mac died.
Yeah.
So it was like kind of just weird timing.
It was.
And then he was kind of like saying RIP and paying his respects, but at the same time he was saying like, you also like stole from me.
Yeah.
So it was like weird.
Yeah.
And then Anderson .Paak chimed in and was just like, you're weird, bro. Like all this stuff Mac was
You
doing.
waited?
You're
Yeah.
weird, bro.
He was like, I heard all this stuff Mac was doing and it was beautiful. He was a great artist. And like, why would you wait until after he passed to say that? So yeah, I remember you saying that.
Yeah.
That's peculiar.
And I still do like Goldlink, but I think that was maybe a little bit of the reason why like he might have like fell under something.
I didn't know that until today, and I was like, oh, is that why? That was my connection. I was like, damn, that's probably why he fell off a little bit.
And then my mom's broke it up. She said this boy, he's in the Navy. Settle down before y'all need saving. Pop went to war around the world. Came home, we celebrated A-Wall. Fast forward to when I started to play ball. From a place where we hate laws. Street of Jakes and we take off. Hit the gate, I get home and take my chain off. Thankful I got through the day and all the evil I prayed off. Everything is cause and effect. Make the wrong moves in this business. You lose all the respect. My life is dark as it gets. We all make mistakes. Only few will recover from. Things big, the whole life running from. Run up the numbers. Should've told them I'm raising up on the totem. Yeah, rolling over. Pot for Rayola. Mix it up with the cola. Son of a queen and a soldier. Can't let it over. Gotta keep my composure. Look.
Keep your composure. City.
back off commercial break with the boys. I think we can get into some music now. And honestly, not too much has dropped, but I've been stuck on Nas, I'm not gonna lie.
Yeah.
We briefly touched on it last week, but I feel like we didn't do it justice. And like Uriah says, you gotta listen more than twice to like really be able to break down the album.
Yeah.
And I feel like you gotta live with it at least for like 2 weeks to really even know what an album really is trying to get through to you.
Yeah.
And sometimes you gotta release a part 2 to really get your point across.
Well, is it part 2? Cause this Kidney Disease 1 for me.
Bro,
This shit is stupid.
I like this one better than the first one. Last week when you said you liked the first one better, I was on your team. But after this past week, I'm switching. I'm Kidney Disease too, bro. I'm on this team too,
I ain't gonna
bro.
lie, I haven't listened to this whole week, and you just played that song. And
Not
I was
since not since you listened initially.
this whole week I haven't listened to Nas.
Yeah.
I've been just listening to just trying to find some new shit. I ain't really nothing new, but
Yeah.
so I haven't listened to it. But when you just played that song again, the one that I said I fuck with Hit Boy,
Composure.
like bro, like, I might have to go back and rethink what I said.
Bro, I've been living with this album. When I tell you, I haven't even been able to listen to like the K Camp has been on my radar. I listened to Benny once, but I've just been replaying the King's Disease. I'm not gonna lie to you.
Bro.
Cass, you weren't here last week when we were talking about it. How do you feel about the King's Disease?
Fantastic. Fantastic album. So it's crazy. I was like, what the fuck?
Alright, before we
You
get
coming with the one word? Fantastic.
I love it, bro.
For real, man. Like, yes. Like,
and before we get into this, can I ask him how he feels and if you can play a little bit, or if you want to play the song, I don't know if you want to, but the EPMD2?
oh, it's great.
The song or just Eminem's verse?
Both. You know what I'm getting at.
They're both
Eminem
great.
verse.
Yeah, he wants to know how you feel about the M verse.
And verse is great.
Right?
Yeah.
How do you feel about the album altogether?
Solid. I thought it was, I remember I heard it for the first time and I was like, damn, that was a lot better than I anticipated being, right?
Bro,
I was
it's,
like, oh shit, and then I ran it back, like immediately,
you had to.
and I was like, oh, this shit is amazing.
So
That's
me
what I did
too.
with the first one. That's why I had to do this.
The same thing with you. So that night Nas dropped, Kanye was supposed to drop.
Yeah.
And we can talk about him a little bit
Bro,
later.
he gonna drop every time he thinks.
But I was like, I mean, I don't really want the Nas, but it's here.
Yeah.
I was looking for Kanye.
Yeah,
I'm like, all right,
whatever,
Nas is
I
here.
agree.
So like you said, first listen, I wasn't really wanting to listen.
Yeah.
I was kind of listening with sleepy ears. I got to like the A Boogie song. I'm like, this is cool.
Yeah.
But then I woke up fresh, listened to it
Like,
again.
Like, what?
We talked about it.
Yeah.
And then I've been
Right, hold
like
up.
driving listening to it, bro. I don't know why, but when I drive and
I agree.
listen,
That's the
it
best.
hits different.
That's what
Bro.
music is for.
It hits so different.
Definitely.
That's what music is for,
So
because
how
you
you doing?
forget that you're driving, right? Like
You just lock
you're just in the music, right? And then you arrive at your destination after an album, and you're like, oh, this is.
And then sometimes you get there and you don't even want to get out the car yet.
yeah,
and you're
you
like,
still
oh,
just be
man,
pumping.
I gotta
You
finish.
gotta
I gotta
finish
finish
the song.
this
You
at
gotta
least.
finish the song.
At least the
At least the
verse.
song. Yeah, bro. Like,
At least
I
the
feel
hook.
like we've all listened to an album, a full album driving, because we all drove from Fort Collins.
for sure.
Yeah.
Oh, 1000%.
At least.
And low-key songs I feel like nowadays are, well, albums and songs have gotten shorter. So
Condensed,
yeah,
yeah.
me driving to the other side of the city, I listen
Oh,
to
yeah.
an album.
Nowadays.
27 minutes.
Yeah,
Lil Uzi's album is over.
exactly.
Playboy Cardi, 33 minutes.
No, I thought it was a great album.
This one's short too,
It
though.
was very solid, but I can't get
No,
off of
not
that.
really.
Isaiah Rashad. That for me is.
Under-
I cannot stop listening to it.
That's ever shot.
Or Zero Shot just went
It's just
straight to it.
ridiculous. Everything
Is that your favorite album of the year? What's your favorite
so
of the
far. Yeah,
It is?
yeah, it is.
year? Me too.
Yeah, yeah,
I love it.
Honestly,
Did you say
I
that
know
last Okay.
It's not number one.
yeah.
It overcame the J. Cole and the Tyler.
It's better.
I think it overcame the Tyler for me.
It's better.
I was riding for Tyler, and Tyler's album was fine.
You were riding for Tyler
I
for
was.
the longest.
But I do still think, like, if we looked at numbers wise, he probably might have the best album of the year so far.
Yeah.
Well, he might have sold the
Commercial
most.
album.
That's what I'm saying, numbers wise.
Yeah,
Yeah.
he got a head start.
Yeah. But yeah, this
I mean, Tyler.
The House is Burning.
Exactly.
The House is Burning.
It's
That shit's
flawless.
still
I
burning.
cannot stop playing it.
Bro, that
I can't,
SZA
bro.
song be growing on me every day.
Score?
Control the light.
That's funny that you say that because I agree, and it used to be one of my least
Me
favorite
too.
songs.
It grows every day. I'm like, yo, this song's actually fire.
It's amazing.
Control the light.
What is it, Chad? I think Chad is my
Chad.
favorite.
Oh, Chad is fire, bro.
Chad is just.
I seen somebody ask him on Twitter what his favorite song was, and he said Chad.
Chad?
Yeah.
Oh, damn.
I was like, that caught me off guard.
Chad's
Yeah.
crazy, man.
I like Hey Mister too.
Hey,
Hey,
Mr.
Mr.
Crazy.
Yeah.
Crazy.
Most slept on album so far this year.
Which one?
Probably Isaiah Rashad's too.
It's
Maybe
got
not,
one-
because
I'm gonna say Vince Staples.
I was gonna say that too. I agree with you, Vince Staples.
the Vince was nice.
I just ain't heard nobody talk about it, and I'm fucking with it.
Is it good?
It is.
Solid? I ain't listened to it.
It's the Vince album's fire.
Fire. But I don't think
It's
I'm a
short,
Vince
though. It's like an
fan,
EP.
so like I just listen to him because I like him. You know what I mean?
Yeah, he's cool, for sure. I do like him as a person.
I mean, it's good.
I'll bump it. I'll bump it.
Back to the Nas though. I think we were talking about short albums.
Yeah.
What I like about Nas is he's not compromising,
No.
and what him and Hit Boy are not compromising. And I forgot where I seen this, but somebody was saying that when they record and when they create Hit Boy and Nas, it's literally just them two. Like they don't go in the studio with like a bunch of people.
Yeah.
They're not there like feeding off energy. They're not there with their features. It's literally just Nas and Hit Boy. And I guess Hit Boy kind of came up to Nas. Like Nas is one of his biggest influences. So they just be talking, having conversation for hours. And Nas rap and Hit Boy be creating the beat. I think that's super dope. And with Nas not compromising, he's giving us 3 verses on every song. Like he's giving us bridges. Like he's not out here trying to
Hurry it up.
Yeah, like he's out here
Yeah,
collaborating
yeah.
and like featuring with the A Boodies and the YGs, but he's not compromising his style at all. Like he's still giving you New York, he's still giving you Queensbridge,
Yeah.
he's still giving you Nas, but it sounds so 2021.
Yeah. No,
It's
he did
crazy.
a really good job
This album
of
is
reinventing
great.
his sound. Like, what did he say? What did he say? Imagine somebody on a. I can't remember what he,
He
said,
said,
man.
imagine Migos on a Primo beat.
Yeah.
I forgot who he said first.
Somebody else too, but I was like, man, it's facts because you on this Hit Boy and that shit is just crazy.
And Hit Boy
And
is
Lauren-
on fire,
Yeah,
man.
for real.
I think Hit Boy is helping him
Yeah,
make
no,
it that sound.
But
you know
they're
what I mean?
both like.
But both of them together. But I love that Nas is still able to kind of be himself but stay relevant. Like, cause it's sometimes like it's scary. I would imagine it'd be scary for like an artist that's older to release music in newer times and but stay relevant and still be popping. Like you got
Like not trying to force the the vibes. And
Yeah,
Like the
exactly.
game is struggling.
A lot
Exactly.
of rappers
Yeah,
are
that's
struggling.
definitely one you
The
can point out.
game
Yeah.
is struggling. I feel like right now.
Bro, look at Nas's face. He has no words. He looks just like he did when he
Yeah, bro.
dropped his first album. Like, I'm not even gonna say no names, but some rappers, you look at them now and you can tell like, oh, they've been stressing.
Yeah.
Nas, he has no gray hairs. He still has no beard. Like, he looks great.
And what I love about Nas though is he storytells.
Yeah.
He definitely tells us.
He makes you feel it. He makes you see it. It's
That's
more
what
than
made
feel
me
it.
like J. Cole.
Yeah.
I was like, this dude is a really good storyteller rapper. And the more I listen, because I didn't really mess with Nas before.
Yeah.
The more I listen to Nas, I'm like, bro, he sounds like J. Cole. But in reality, J. Cole sounds a lot like Nas.
Yeah,
I'm starting to realize that, like, damn, Nas is a big influence on J. Cole.
He
for
did.
real.
He did say he made a song called.
I mean,
Let
he always,
Nas Down.
like, he says it in all his
That was
songs.
one of
man.
his
Let
influences.
Nas Down. It's
I'm
cool, man. So
definitely
and
knew
then
that.
Nas got on the remix.
Yeah, I heard that
That's
too.
crazy.
Yeah.
To to make a song about
I
letting
remember
down
where I
your
was when I heard
idol,
that too.
idol gets on the remix.
Yeah, no, you made it.
That's crazy.
And that was the thing, like a lot of people were like, J. Cole was like Lil Jay-Z, but J. Cole always has said like, I actually looked up to Nas a little bit more.
Right.
I always looked up to Nas.
He
Yeah.
said that, yeah.
And Nas was out before Jay-Z, so like, we're a little younger, so we felt Jay-Z more because we were like older at the time. But for the older heads, like Nas was here first, so when Nas came out, Nas was like,
Nas was fire, man.
one album. You know how Kendrick, Good Kid, Mad City, that's how Illmatic was. But like,
For
no
sure.
social media, no nothing, all radio,
Word of
Just
mouth.
crazy.
Yeah.
word of mouth, natural buzz. He was an instant classic off of one album.
No, that's what I'm saying. You gotta give these people, like these dudes, their respect because it was so much harder, way harder to push 1 million, 5 million copies.
And that's always the argument. Is it harder now?
No,
I was just gonna
Because
say, because now it's oversaturated, you could say.
it's easy now. I feel like it's a lot easier.
it's always, I'm always
He got King
both
Disease.
sides.
There's so much more to listen to. People,
He got King Disease too. He would never did that back in the day.
No.
Why?
Back to back like that, knowing, bro, it's hard to get your shit pushed the first one. You gonna
Yeah.
come with the second one right that fast?
If you win a Grammy, yes. If you win a Grammy, you are following
But
that
that's
up
what I'm
within a
saying,
year.
like, but it's exposed nowadays.
This fool did win a Grammy.
That's like, I don't know.
Yeah,
I see both sides. Because
There's more access to
back
it.
in the
For sure.
day, you had to actually get up, go outside,
I mean, Lil Wayne
buy
did
an
it.
album.
Lil Wayne did it. He dropped Carter 1 and then
You're
not
right.
even less than a year
There's a few
later,
people that
he
did. 50
dropped Carter
Cent,
2.
Eminem,
Bro, that's-
Nelly. But then today, like you said, it's a little bit more oversaturated, but it's so accessible. Like, all I have to do is 10 o'clock.
Like, I wouldn't be surprised if he drops King Disease 3 next week.
see, I think if you have a name, yeah, you're able to make it today already, right? You're gonna have people that listen to you, you're gonna be able to. But I think if you're new and up and coming and trying to make it now, I think it's hard to find your song or something that's popping through all the other crap that I gotta get through. You know what I mean?
For sure, but I think cream rises to the top, right? Like the best artists eventually, I think, get found.
Get found.
I do agree with that. I do.
For the
But
most part.
For the
Yeah.
most part. For
Yeah,
sure.
right. Like I think there can be some complications that some artists create for themselves,
Mhm.
and then just sometimes shit don't work out the way you want it to.
And I think sometimes, we were talking about Crit earlier, I meant to bring this up, but I think sometimes artists don't want to be Drake. Like, not
Yeah.
every artist wants to be on the radio.
For
every
sure.
day. Some of these fools want to go to the store.
and not be bothered.
Yeah, some of these fools want to do their own laundry and like
Yeah.
actually do their own shopping. So like, I think we get it confused sometimes thinking every rapper wants to be A-list celebrity. Like some people are cool with being underground. Some people go for that
I'm
vibe.
sure
so.
he's still
Yeah, like
doing a great
Boosie.
life.
Great life.
You know.
Boosie, you said?
For
Exactly.
Well, I also think too, just being in the rap game, you start to understand the business game and investing. So I think a lot of rappers or artists in general, once they get in, they start to invest in other avenues because they start to understand that business.
You're not gonna,
I mean,
you're
you
not
have
gonna get
to.
rich
Yeah.
from rapping.
Exactly.
I mean, they become an entity, you know? They just make money.
Make a brand. You're a
themselves.
brand now.
It's like as if they were running a corner store, but that corner store is themselves.
Yeah.
Right. Not yet, they're a brand.
They're making enough money just to do what they need to do.
It's true.
As just being them at that point. Like some people don't want to be that big. I get it.
Shit, I don't. I do not want to be famous. I want to just be wealthy.
I agree with that.
Right,
I'm right
like-
there with you. I don't need all the attention like that.
Bro,
you
just
know?
chill, man. I don't want you to know who I am. Like, let me just walk outside and be good.
Some sense of
And just be
normalcy.
breaded, and you don't know who the fuck I am. And I just fly past you. You just don't even know what the fuck is going on.
That's what I want.
You have no idea. Who's that?
Yeah, as long as you-
Who's that?
I want to just move
What just
inside.
happened? Wow.
Was that a Lamborghini?
So you just
Did
want
you
to
see
be
that
you want to be a
shit?
mystery.
Yeah.
You still want to be something though.
Yeah, yeah,
You know
yeah.
what
You
I'm
know
saying?
that, but sure,
Yeah.
for sure. You know what I mean?
I just move in silence,
Just-
sort of thing. Like,
Yeah, I don't care if you see me or
But
not.
just know that I am. Something.
Yeah, I'm there though.
Something happened.
But you don't really care though.
Yeah.
Yeah,
Like,
just
that's
know
what I
that
want.
I can turn it off.
I don't want you
need
all up
to.
in my spot.
Nah.
Shit,
Yeah,
it's gotta be exhausting.
has to.
Every day,
To
forever.
worry about that, yeah.
If you don't.
Every day, forever.
Sounds horrible.
Bruh.
What y'all talking about?
Just
Being
having the
harassed,
media on
being-
you.
being
Yeah.
famous versus being
Like
wealthy.
paparazzi.
Just every day forever? For what? No. And then to be a celebrity and not be getting paid like TLC.
Yeah, that would be.
Ooh.
Bro, you have to deal with the
Now you
pain,
gotta deal with all that
and you
shit
don't
and
have
you
no
broke.
money.
The fuck?
I never thought about
That
that.
sounds terrible.
No, that's a lot of people's
Yeah.
like
For
real
sure.
life.
A lot of
To
people
this
live
day.
that life.
Especially with
Because,
social media.
especially after they blow up and then they spend that bread because they didn't stay on. Hurricane Chris.
Well, I also think that there's some random, especially if you're someone that was, let's say, came up poor or broke, and then you get a lot of money, you most likely don't know how to manage that money.
Yeah.
So that's the other
And then
issue.
everybody think you rich, so everybody's gonna come to you with all their problems.
And you have to have those tough conversations with people and
Like,
be like,
no.
set those boundaries. Like,
Yeah.
yo, bro,
No.
you're my bro, but I can't just be giving you money like that.
Yeah.
Like, you know what I mean? Like,
Like, go flip that shit.
yeah, exactly. I mean, I'm willing to help you, but I can't support you. You know what I mean?
And going back to Nas, this is why I give so much credit to people who have been in the game for 20 plus years. I guess Nas really, he dropped his first album in 1993, Illmatic dropped in 93, but I guess he was like on the radio in 91. So they were saying like 20-year anniversary type vibes. And I'm like, to be relevant and popping,
For 2 decades.
I remember when he dropped Life is Good. And that's when I knew I was like, oh, alright, he's gonna be alright.
Nas is good.
Yeah.
Look at his
I know
last track.
the last song,
Nas is
he made sure we knew.
Yeah.
like Life is good. Now Nas is
good.
good.
What are our favorite tracks on King's Disease? And do we think it's better than the first one?
I think
Wrapping up.
I don't know if I'm ready to say it's better than the first one.
Are we thinking Grammy nomination again? The first one got a Grammy.
That's what I was just gonna say.
Clearly, it was
Yeah.
like the best album of the year.
I'm gonna
So for this to even be like,
Caston might hate me, but I'm gonna say Eminem fucked it up.
damn,
No, I'm not a fan.
damn.
That's a good song.
Bro, that's I don't know, bro. Like I just
Just run it
feel
back.
like he didn't match the beat.
Just run that shit back.
Eminem just didn't flow right on the beat, and he even lowered the beat. Like, all right, we just lower the beat and let Eminem do his thing, because obviously he's going crazy. At the end of the day, Eminem was spitting, but he just wasn't flowing with the beat. To me.
It just
I don't know.
gets too like, I don't know.
How do you feel after I said that? How do you feel?
I feel like that's Eminem's problem.
Yeah.
Eminem's problem. I don't know. You're an Eminem fan, that's fine.
I am an Eminem fan.
You say he's
that's
the
nice.
best rapper of all time.
I think
You're-
technically, not in terms of, he's not the best
Oh,
artist of all time.
No, rapper.
He's not the best musician, but rapper, for sure.
Rapper.
I do think so. I don't know who's fucking with him. But I think it's a good verse. I don't think it's a bad verse. I don't think it's ridiculous.
Do you think it's better than the first King's Disease?
I feel like I don't know yet, to be honest with you.
Yeah.
I haven't been able to listen to it enough to assess that. But I think so far so good.
And then what are your favorite couple tracks?
Death Row East. I love it. I do like Nobody, to be honest, just because I get a Lauryn Hill feature.
Yeah, and she smoked it.
She
killed
does.
it.
So I really enjoy that song. I'll say those two are probably my favorite tracks so far.
What about you, Young
I
Larry?
like Death Row East, 40 Side, YKTV is good. I even like Store Run, and I put Nobody and Composure in there. Like those are like my go-to tracks on that one.
When you like working out,
Yeah.
those are the ones you would add to the playlist.
Mm-hmm.
I realized I like the second half more than the first half, but I really like from Nobody on. I just like get in the car and just like run
Just
there,
cruise.
and then kind of like let it run to like 1, 2, 3 after that. But I like Nobody a lot. Count Me In, one of my favorites, and Composure is crazy.
Alright.
I love Hit Boys on there.
It's
Talking
such a good,
shit.
it's such a good album. Just collectively, like for
I think
us
it
to
should be-
have different favorites.
I think
it's-
exactly,
it's pretty
collectively.
Cool, yeah.
I think it should be nominated for an album, for another Grammy. Anytime you get Eminem, Lauryn Hill,
You got Lauryn Hill
and Charlie
on your
Wilson
album.
on the album,
That's
you're
crazy.
gonna probably get nominated for some stuff.
You got Lauryn Hill. and she was awesome.
No, that's right.
Amazing.
Yeah, she was awesome.
K Camp dropped the album this week. Did any of you guys listen to that at all?
Bro,
Any
I
K
ain't
Camp fans in the
fucked with
house?
K Camp since like 2008.
Yeah.
For real?
If he was even out back then. I just can't remember when he came out. When he first came out, he was cool.
2013.
No,
For
really.
real?
2011.
That's when you last listened to him too?
No, when he
Bro,
came
I
out.
have not listened to no K Camp.
That's what I'm
Since that
saying.
shit was
Like,
Snoop Dogg.
I haven't listened to him since he came out.
Yeah,
What about you?
Since that shit was
I'm
Snoop
giving him
Dogg.
a chance. Don't get
I've
me
never
wrong.
really listened to K Camp. I know of him, but I've never really messed with him like that. I've never listened to a whole album.
Low key, K Camp is fire.
He
yo.
is. He's good.
He's like
And he's consistent.
I'm not gonna say he's not. He is good. I
No,
enjoy
he
him.
is.
He's
It's
a
just-
solid
it's
artist,
just
but
that
I haven't made
sound.
time for him.
No, that's what I'm saying. He said he hasn't listened to him since whenever he first dropped. Like he's been dropping pretty consistently, and
He ain't made it into my bubble, man.
yeah, he has a. I'm not gonna say he's.
Bro, he-
I'm not gonna say he's not underground, but I'm not gonna say he's underground. But he has a nice little fan base, and he sells decently, and he'll go and sell out. But women love K Camp.
K Camp.
A lot of women play K Camp's music often.
Okay.
He's amazing.
But that shit was Snoop was so crazy.
I mean, I'm gonna give him a chance. Now, I've never heard someone tell me to like. No one's told me to be like, hey, listen
Listen,
to K Camp.
never.
Yeah.
I mean, I'll listen to it. You might see my face on there.
You said you haven't listened since he first came out.
I said he's not. I haven't like fucked with him. I would always give him a chance, but
What was the last album you listened to?
the one right before this, I feel like he just dropped something right before this.
That's awesome.
He drops a
The
lot.
fact that he has a painting and that's the deluxe version.
Yeah, I would say the Kiss. He's known kind of for his Kiss series. Kiss 5 is definitely a lot better than this album. So if you're gonna listen to if you're gonna try and get an introduction, I would say fuck with his Kiss series. Kiss 5 is really good. Kiss 5 is more of his vibey series though, and Kiss 5 was his last album before this, but it was really good. So I would suggest kind of diving into that. I seen an interview from this new album though, Float, and he was saying this album is more for like the radio, so he's more poppy, more like upbeats, whereas Kiss is more like for the ladies, more vibey. And I think he's a little bit better when he's like giving us like that softer vibe, more the R&B. But that being said, like he just went viral for that TikTok song where everybody was doing that dance to it. Like K Camp finds a good way to always be relevant.
For sure. It's true. He has gone.
And I love people like that always kind of fly under the radar but deserve the credit. He's talented. He makes really good songs.
He is.
Like if I had to be an artist, I'd go in that range.
I would
Big
love
Camp.
to go that range. Like she's just one hit away from becoming that. Right. But at this point, if he comes to your city, he's probably gonna sell it out. If he's at like one of those, the Ogden or something like that.
For sure.
So he's built a pretty good career for himself. So I definitely want to shout out him. I was listening to this album while I was cooking this morning. Like I was saying, I've been stuck on Nas,
Yeah.
so I haven't really dived too much into it. And like I said, he said it was more like his radio album, like it was more upbeat, and that's kind of the vibe I was getting. But I definitely want to live with it a little bit longer.
Okay.
I really like the song with Trey Songz. Of course, like I said, his vibey songs always go
Yeah.
crazy. But K Camp he's good. Like I could say that K Camp is a good musician. He makes good songs.
He is. I just wouldn't like it.
So
Other than that, the YN Dub Melly dropped. Haven't listened to that.
I didn't even know that dropped.
Really?
I have to listen to it.
I don't even know what that
Fuck
means.
with number
No
one.
one knows what that
I'm
means.
It's
number one.
provocative.
People going. I don't know.
I downloaded it.
I fuck with my
It looks like he has
album
some pretty cool features, though.
featuring Uzi.
Looks like he has it. Yeah, I guess.
It's
fuck
all
with-
features, though. Jesus.
Yeah, this is a
I
mixtape.
fuck with Take
For real.
fuck with Take Care, Lil Baby and Lil Durk. Young Thug, and that's about it. But it's crazy. We was talking about like people
I wonder how
dying.
much money he spent.
We talking about people like dying and making albums. It's kind of like the same, not really, but he's locked up, you know. But he's still dropping albums.
Somebody told me he was rapping like he's about to get out. Like he's talking like he's
That's what I was
about to
wondering.
get
I
out.
was wondering, are these pre-recorded verses or did he rap this on the phone? Like, what is this?
I didn't listen to it, so I'm not
It's
sure.
very clear. It's not no. Y'all remember what's the name that got locked up in the y'all music?
I feel like it was probably before he got super locked up though. It might have been
Big
like
Shine.
it might have been like when he was on bail or something, but he was definitely probably out of jail.
I feel like rapping on the phone. Big Shine.
Oh my god.
That shit was classic, but nah, it was too clear. I think he like pre-recorded it before he went. So
Yeah.
that's why I was trying to say it was like it's kind of the same. Like it's just like
I downloaded
Just
it
drop
to
the
listen
shit
to
while
it.
you're
music, and they're like, but they can ask him though. Like, hey,
For sure.
Can we use this audio? This audio.
How's this
Like,
sound? How's
you
this
want to
sound?
use this on this song? Should we get this feature? So he could choose who he wanted to be on the feature.
You'd probably be in prison like, oh my god, this is crazy.
Just wait till I get out.
Yeah, like this
That's
sounds
crazy if he
wild.
gets out.
if it's good.
Yeah, that's crazy. If he gets out.
That is
But he was rapping, to go off what you said, he was rapping like he was already free. That's good.
But I'm interested to see how that all plays out.
But I didn't really like the album.
Wind Up Melly, Just a Matter of Slime. That's an interesting
It's
title.
very slimy.
It's super.
Queer Asking Young Thugs on there, Futures on there. Maybe a Gunna. Lil Uzi, like you said.
There's some
Little
slime.
baby,
I'm
Well, a little
Lil
Baby
Baby
and Lil
and
Durk, that's the one I jammed straight to. That song's pretty cool.
gonna check it out.
Well, just because you already know the vibes, I'm on with a little bit and Lil Durk.
My boy Benny the Butcher dropped randomly.
Bro, you said he used to be dropping.
Bro, they always do that. Initially, I went to the Conway features. They were both fire. But still, I've been stuck on Nas, so I really haven't had a chance to listen to nothing too much of it.
This was the only album I listened to this week.
Pyrex.
How'd you feel about it?
It's too short, but it
Yeah, 32
I mean, it was
seconds.
Benny for sure, and I definitely like the one with Conway, both the
Yes,
Conways.
too,
Yeah. It was a cool little project. Could have gave us more. I feel like they just be doing that though. They just be giving people music because they drop a lot of music.
They really do. That's what I'm like, Benny. We don't. It's a. You want this? It's a good thing and a bad thing. So like, I feel like we didn't need this from Benny right now, but it's always good to please your fan base.
Yeah.
But it's like, what is this really doing for his fan base at this moment? Like, I don't know. I feel like he could have kept
You
this.
said, what is it doing?
Yeah.
It's keeping me fucking a new fan. I'm a new fan, and so it's keeping me like going. Like,
Did you listen to it?
yeah, bro, I listened to this like 5 times already.
So why didn't you? How do you feel about it?
Bro, I let him talk. Y'all was talking.
How do you feel
I just
about it?
jumped in. I just told you how I felt. I listened to it 5 times. I fuck with this shit. I like Benny. Keep it going. Like,
What
I
did
don't
you
know.
like
Maybe
about it?
y'all got enough Benny already, but I need to hear some more Benny because I'm new with him.
I would go back to his older stuff though, because I wouldn't say this is his best projects for sure.
Okay, so
These
maybe
are throwaways.
maybe he
Yeah.
knows there's fans out there like me that might not go back to his old stuff. So he's like, fuck it, let me just keep going. Like, I got the bars. Like, I'm good.
Yeah, I
with
mean,
it.
but I
Like,
promise you, you'll
why not?
find better.
No, I trust you, so I will.
Yeah, no, the normal fan doesn't. If you like him, you're not just gonna listen to this. Usually, you're gonna listen to like everything. You're like, oh, let's go keep listening.
But I ain't got time like that.
Well,
There's so much
listen
music
to
right
it
now,
5
boy.
times.
There's a lot.
There's a lot
Oh my god.
You listen to it like
Why?
5 times.
But bro, but there's seven
It's so
songs.
much. And there's old shit that I love. I gotta listen to that.
Exactly.
From so many different artists and so many different genres. I can't just always listen to new shit, only new shit. You know what I'm saying?
There's a lot. Like I was listening to that
It's a lot of
Chavo's
music.
World
Both the
too.
plugs I met, I would recommend to listen to.
Yeah, really go into Benny's discography. It was dope. It's Benny, so it's always gonna be dope. I just feel like he could have kept it and gave us the album. Fat Joe released some shit with DJ Drama, and then I feel like I tried to listen to it and they took it away.
What?
It was so weird, and now I can't even find it no more.
What?
What the fuck?
I don't know, maybe they like got into some legal problems because I heard it was like all mashup stuff, kind of like their first little single was.
Look, Yachty and French Montana.
They just pump faked you.
Bro, I don't know, but I
Hella
don't.
pump.
We'll come back to that. Chavo and Pierre Bourne dropped the mixtape album type deal.
Did you listen to it yet?
Mm-mm.
Still.
I haven't.
I don't know who Chago is.
I don't know
Me
what.
either.
I don't know
I mean,
what
we
that
talked about
means.
last episode.
I don't know what that means.
What? It's a person, right?
Yeah, yeah.
I listen to it for Pierre mostly.
Yeah.
Chavo
Pierre.
Pierre.
Is Pierre rapping on it or is it just his beats?
It's just his beats.
Copy.
Um,
Oh,
It's
okay.
literally
I'm
just
gonna be
Okay.
honest, I probably won't listen.
Sometimes
I'll take my
I
time.
am a person that will just like listen to music and not even like listen to the
If I'm
lyrics.
vacuuming.
You know? I don't know.
So what you say?
I said if I'm vacuuming. You know?
Oh.
Right when you just doing shit around the house, right? You put it on.
No, that's a
Or
Nah,
cleaning in general.
no, okay, so I was gonna say sometimes like some shit just sounds good like in your car, the bass,
Yeah.
you just like, but not necessarily the lyrics. Like
For sure.
when I
Facts.
first started listening to Gucci Mane back in the day,
Yeah.
I listened to Gucci for his beats.
Yep.
Not Gucci, man. Like
Yeah.
people used to clown me like, why you listening to that? I'm like, bro, listen to this
Shit
shit sounds
crazy,
crazy.
yeah,
Hard though.
you
I had the
serious?
beats and shit.
Yeah.
I was just like, listen
Right.
to this shit.
Yes.
So sometimes and Pierre is known for his beats, so I
Facts.
flipped it because of the beats.
Thanks. I feel that.
I'm not trying to co-sign Chapo.
No.
Cause I'm not.
I mean, I'll wait to vibe it out. I'll see what you guys say if I hear Chaco's popping.
You gotta have some good speakers.
I'm gonna go.
Let's
It's
just
on my-
say that. It's good speaker music.
It's on my list. Bodie James and Alchemist dropped the album.
That's
Alchemist sounds crazy, dude.
That artwork
Yeah.
is crazy.
Alchemist has been
Anything
dropping
with
albums.
yeah, he
with
has.
everybody.
I'm like, what's going on? What are you?
I think he has an album with Bodie James already too.
I think
but-
he's like, y'all motherfuckers almost forgot.
No, that's the. I think that's the thing is producers linking up with rappers and making whole
And
projects.
I think this versus shit is
With their
making
name
people
on it.
realize
That's what I'm noticing. Cause
this versus
they're
shit.
doing all these projects.
If they're on
Like,
every
names
song,
on it.
It's
it
true.
better be.
Well, it's making people realize
It's gotta be fire if they named it Bo Jackson.
that the music that we made is like crazy, right? Like the music that we listened to growing up, like it's incredible music, right? So like the people that of that era, like that Jada Kiss shit,
It's crazy, right?
it was amazing, man. It was amazing, and you don't get that now. Like who's
It's just
doing that
different.
nowadays?
Yeah, it's just different.
Nobody's doing that
J. Cole.
nowadays. Yeah, but that he don't count.
No, I mean,
Yeah, he don't.
singly, yeah.
That's just crazy to me, man. For that to even be the case, right? So you don't get that anymore. So that's
You
why you
don't.
cherish it. So when you get shit like this with The Alchemist and Boldy James, like who the fuck is Boldy James? You know what I mean? But it makes you like, all right, well he with The Alchemist,
Exactly,
right?
yeah.
So like
He's
I'm gonna
Bodie
listen to
James. He's alright. I like it. He has a different flow. I feel like you would like him.
Yeah.
But he's been bubbling up on the East Coast. He's kind of reminds me of like a Griselda type. He has a lot of music with Griselda. But like you said, they're keeping it close to the cloth. So like if you look who's on here, Benny the Butcher. He had Freddie Gibbs on here.
Yeah.
Currency. I think that's one I did here is with Bodie James, Currency, and Freddie. And it was pretty good. I might play that on the outro.
Yeah.
Rock Marcy and Earl Sweatshirt. Stove Got Cooked. So
Yeah,
you
I'm
know
gonna
they
give
got,
this
they got some
listen.
quality.
Where's what's his name? Fat boy with the beard.
Bronson.
Yes, action.
This nigga's on different endeavors, bro. He's not.
He's trying to
not
lose
worried
that
about
weight,
rap.
bro. He's trying to lose
He's
that.
on TV.
Nah, but I don't know if you guys seen him. This was lost hella weight. Action has.
Really?
Yeah, bro. He started taking it serious, and I see him working out all the time.
I feel like it's the perfect album for him.
Low
That should
key.
be cold. Yeah. You get that.
Right? Like, I feel like that's a nice mix.
Because they already have good features.
For sure. But you got an action on one or two of those?
Yeah, I haven't had the chance to listen to the whole album, but I'm definitely. it's on
I
the
would like
list.
to. It looks.
I'll update you guys next week.
Yeah. I'm gonna listen to it
It
too.
looks
Yeah,
interesting.
we can talk about it.
And then lastly, I briefly talked about Amendi and her EP. And I talked about it being kind of hip hop rap. It's more like definitely, I said it was vibey rap. It's definitely, I see where they get the rap from because she come through with a couple bars, but it's pretty good. She's dope. She be spitting.
Honestly, man.
She's dope. I like the album a lot. And it's quick. 8 songs, 20 minutes.
Bro, I've been like a female artist more than I like
Oh,
male artists.
It's not even close.
It's crazy.
Well, me too.
Especially when the female artists talk about other females.
Yo,
Oh, I'm on board. Oh, you got me.
this is the greatest.
I'm a sucker
It's
for
the
that.
greatest shit of all time. Like I just love hearing their perspective, and I feel like they're more open and honest than they've ever been.
Yeah.
And it's really nice to get that translated through in their music, and you can hear it, right? You can hear like the emotion,
Yeah.
and I feel like it sounds better coming from them because you can relate, but you can't. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
Like
Well, especially female R&B, especially. I feel like female rap is still kind of evolving and finding their space.
yeah, the R&B for sure.
But female R&B has found their space,
It
and
is.
now they're like finding their own voices. And there's so many like similar artists that are like have found their own lane, and they're like all have individual stories, and it's crazy. But female, I feel
You
exactly
know
what
some
what mean
Janae?
with that.
You know, some Summer Walker.
Exactly. Don't get me started.
It all started with Janae for me.
Yes, what's her name, man?
I really like the Mindy too.
She just got in shape.
She's
She's
fire.
fire.
She just got Jasmine Sullivan.
No, I mean she's nice
She's fire,
too. She
bro.
can sing very well. Begins with an A. I'm tripping. She's amazing. She got a great album.
Adele.
No, but she's fire.
She just got in
She's,
shape.
yeah, she's amazing. Like I said, matches the description to the T. Yeah, I was like, you're good at riddles. Yeah, for sure. No, what is her name? Right. She's
Okay, what's
great.
crazy is I solved a riddle at work today,
She's like
and I
Erykah
said the
Badu,
same thing.
the new school Erykah Badu.
You said an A. Come on, you gotta help yourself out. An A. There's not that many A.
I don't know.
Yeah, we'll come back
It's
to
here
it.
somewhere. Yeah. It's
It's
gonna.
He
like,
said,
the new
he
school-
tried
the
to
new
lead
school
you
Erykah
to
Badu
it.
is coming.
Just search A in your phone. It should be the
I
first
mean, I
one.
can find her, yeah.
Damn, I'm
That's
trying to
easy.
You
think
want
though.
one of these, you ride?
Oh, cool.
I'll give it to him. I was gonna
You
give
said
it
he's
to
cool.
him.
Anything else? Oh, Kanye. Other than Kanye.
Alright, Kanye. That's,
I mean, we can end it with Kanye, but anything else music related before we talk about Kanye? And not just Kanye, because I want to. I think it's Kanye and Drake. I think they're doing a thing.
something. They're
Alright,
fucking.
so Kanye and Drake last.
Who's waiting for who? That's what I'm gonna.
I need some Schoolboy. Schoolboy looking like he about to drop.
Schoolboy.
Yeah.
So close to Isaiah.
Hey, what's that Red Rocks concert we're going to?
Dreamville.
Dreamville. Okay. We need some more Dreamville artists to drop. What are we anticipating?
Boss. He said it's up
He
next.
just dropped this single, you know.
But yeah, I definitely need some
Earth
Schoolboy.
Gang. Drop the
I
single.
need some fucking Kendrick.
She's with Dreamville.
Oh,
Oh, she's with Dreamville?
Yeah, man.
see?
Ari Lennox?
Oh.
Thank
Yeah, Ari
you.
Lennox. Bro, I knew that.
Holy moly.
She's the A name.
Ari Lennox is fire, yeah.
See, not said it.
Yeah.
Ari Lennox at Red Rocks is about to be crazy, bro. I was thinking who's gonna be the headliner. I think it might be JID. But it's gonna be either JID
Or Boss.
or Ari.
Bro, I found a
Ari.
video.
I think it's JID or Ari.
I found a video
Okay.
just today of
I'm-
Jid.
You
At
might say
CSU.
Boss, but I think JID or Ari.
Remember when Jid came to CSU?
Yeah.
I found that video.
Somebody was like, "Yeah, I took a picture with Jid." I was like, "Yeah, I was there." You at Fort Collins?
Yep.
Remember when that's when I had the crutches.
Yep, we still in the stage.
I was still up there. He said, "Hey, you up there with the crutches?"
He said
I said,
that.
"Oh, that's me. I'm with the crutches."
He's like, I was performing the song. You know, this is my like second time doing it. He like sat down. I forgot what song it was, but she was tight.
No, yeah. Jid is a great performer. Earth King's a great performer. I feel like Ari's a great performer. Boss is a great performer.
Yeah, all on school.
So we're gonna have a good time. And then we get who else? Kaz or
Yeah.
Yeah.
Omen, I think might be.
Omen and probably. It's gonna be the full lineup.
But I need some new Ari. For sure.
I mean, it's been what, a couple years?
Yeah, she need to drop some new shit.
She always be complaining.
She be
on
going
Twitter.
back and forth about it. And I'm like, just please.
Dude, what you complaining about?
I don't know, just being.
Not being appreciated.
Yeah, just being
Just how the
herself.
business is foul
And I'm like,
and
just.
usual artist
So
shit.
she
Just
needs better
sing.
management. She's dogging her man.
some music.
Just sing, man.
No.
Yeah, just sing.
I'll pay you.
I'll pay you.
Isn't that what you want?
It's not that she needs better management because we've seen TDE artists
Wait.
explain their same griefs. So it's not management. It's just the business of releasing music. It's just people realize it's not what they thought it was, and it's actually shitty
It's very true.
because all these people are making all the money off you.
It's very true. I mean, I wish her well, but I need her to make some music. She's phenomenal. She's an amazing talent.
What's crazy is it's almost September and the concert season is right there.
It's true. That J. Cole coming up too.
I'm in there.
I'm in there.
I'm in every concert.
Somewhere.
I just bought tickets to K-Tornado in September again.
Turn up.
Damn, already?
Again, K-Tor's fire.
Yeah.
Cater is not
Is that,
letting up.
where's it at?
So Westword, this is a nice shout out. Westword, you know the magazine and the publication down here. They're having a music festival in 5 Points, Rhino area, and it's an outdoor and indoor thing, Friday and Saturday. The tickets are like $90 for both days, but you get Friday, Saturday, and then you get indoor to K-Tornado. It's kind of like the big thing. And then I think Friday, if you just go, is free. And I think Thundercat's there too. I just don't know where.
Damn, that's. And
But-
it's still selling?
Yeah, I bought my ticket like 2 days ago.
Yeah.
Damn. Yeah, it's outside?
Yeah,
I mean, every concert outside, for sure.
I bought 2 tickets and it was like $210 type deal. But once somebody, you say K-Tornado, I'm a simple man. You say K-Tor concert, I'm in.
Turn up.
But yeah, I imagine it's something like a Rolling Loud towards like an outdoor festival. There's gonna
You
be
can
like
move around.
beer and stuff. But at night, I think is when K-Tor has
Yo.
his set.
That brings
And,
me.
and K-Tor is actually indoors at Mission Ballroom.
That,
So the 90 gives you tickets to the outdoor thing, and Mission Ballroom I think is like walking distance. I think it's all like right there.
brings me directly to what I wanted to talk about. All right.
Mm.
So we got Kanye West.
Yeah.
So far.
Boo, boo.
Wait, why?
I know.
This
Well,
fool's not dropping his music, bro.
he needs to. He needs to hurry up and drop because it's excruciating. It's a terrible feeling. What have you guys thought about his 2
I love the
performances
idea.
so far?
Is
I
it what?
love the fact that he's Kanye and he can sell out a whole Mercedes-Benz stadium in
On
like
notice.
a weekend.
Yeah.
Just for no reason.
And then I
Just
like, okay, he did it once, pushed the album back,
But it got
and
better.
then he did it twice.
But it got better the second time.
Did you listen both times?
I listened both times.
I missed the first one.
Bro,
I barely caught the second one.
I was like, this is annoying, but I'm about to get the album after this, so let's go.
I turned it off. I'm like, I'm gonna get the album after this. So
Yes.
I'm just gonna wait.
No.
After I heard the
felt
locks.
the same way, but then I was like, this is Kanye, and he's disappointed me way too
Bro.
many times. So I know I'm not gonna get the album after this, even though I want it. But no, it was fantastic. The second time it was so much better. Like I did not like the Jay-Z feature the first time I listened to it. The second time I
It was a
loved
lot
it.
better.
I loved it. I was like, all right, yeah, that's fantastic.
Did you hear the locks features?
I did.
And they
And I
said
was like, what?
he called
The
them
verses?
right after the verse.
Yeah. I was like, damn, y'all got features.
This
off
nigga
the
is
verses
making his album in real time.
in real
bro.
time. It's crazy. And we're just a part of it. We're listening to it.
Literally.
He's listening to the responses from people in the crowd. And he's like, all right, people
I know what
fuck
to
with this.
tweet.
He called, Mike Dean in the middle of that shit. I was like, bro, what the fuck?
How do you feel about all the features?
That's what I was saying. Kanye makes people better, right? Like,
And people make Kanye better. I feel like
Yes.
he feeds off of other
for
energy.
sure, but I don't know what it is. But every time he's part of production, he
He's a producer.
he puts people in fantastic positions to make just shit that sounds different, like Rihanna on All of the Lights.
Yeah, true.
Like what?
All of them niggas. Like, yeah, like 5 niggas singing.
For sure.
You know who was who.
You know, and it's,
They
it's,
all
it's just
blended.
wild. So,
Perfectly.
all right, I'm excited for that. Right, I'm excited for his album. Hopefully, he drops it. But are y'all trying to go to Chicago
Wait, for what?
To watch it?
to watch it? He's
When
dropping
is
tickets tomorrow.
When is it?
Wait, what is he doing now?
He's dropping the
Update.
third one.
Field.
Being our
Yeah, it's
Kanye West correspondent. Let us
so
know.
it's the third one. All right, he's doing.
You heard
it
about
again.
this too?
Yeah.
Larry?
Yes, he's doing it again. So it's the third one,
You lost me.
bro.
You already lost me.
He's doing it again.
When is it even
And he's
at?
dropping it right after the concert. It's in Chicago.
But when is the date though? What is the-
Probably this weekend.
Like the
I would
26th, I think.
Oh, for next
maybe
week.
too.
25th. I don't know. One of those days.
Yeah,
27th.
crazy.
I hope I get. I haven't listened to any of the lives. I haven't listened to anything, so I'm going into this. I don't know
Blind?
nothing. Yeah, I don't know
So
nothing.
you don't even know what it sounds like or
let's go.
anything.
Let's go.
That's the thing. A lot of people that have heard it, I only hear good things.
It's crazy.
I only hear good things.
It's crazy.
I listen to
I'm
it.
like fiending, bro. I'm trying not to fiend because I'm upset.
Exactly. That's why I'm mad. I heard it. And it was fire.
It's crazy.
The shit was fire.
Man, it's good music.
Fabio
right?
Horn has one of the best verses on there I've ever heard.
Yo.
He has Little Baby. He has Playboy Cardi on every song.
Yo, the whole
Drop it, bro.
the whole album is crazy. That's why I'm like just patient. I'm not
I'm
patient.
perplexed.
I am anticipating this
I am
album.
perplexed.
It's a phenomenal. It's great, man. It really is. And he makes people sound so good. I'm excited
Yeah, he
for
does.
it. And he's doing the third one. So let's go.
Honestly, I do like the idea. I'm just hating. I'm
Like, doing the third one.
I'm
Let's do
hating.
the
That's what
third
we was
one. Let's
talking
go.
about. I'm hating because I do love the idea of updating your album in real time. Like this has never been done.
Bro, Drake just
before.
need to drop
No,
his
he did it a little bit with the Life of Pablo.
Drake just need to drop his album
Untitled.
in the middle of the live
Well,
performance.
yeah, but
Not
he
the same
released
way.
it though.
Yeah, he released it. And
What
then
he's
he
doing
updated
now
it.
is he's like performing tracks, releasing tracks, and getting the
For
crowd. And he's
sure.
like, nah, that's not it.
And then
All right,
he's-
this is what they like.
Yes.
But put
It
this
is
up a
awesome.
little bit. Take the bass out of here. Like he's like getting the real crowd reaction. Whereas Life of Pablo, it was just like his own reaction. He's like,
Dude, like a
nah.
real life social experiment.
For sure.
Like, that's crazy.
And he's like, oh, and Atlanta is the
So let's
perfect
go.
place to do it.
It's in Chicago.
Now,
Let's go.
but he was in Atlanta first.
On the out of town.
He was in Atlanta first, and that's the perfect place to do it. And then he was going back home to Chicago.
Let's go.
And I think that's great too. I'm out of town too, man.
You got backs, bro.
Let's go to Chicago.
No.
Oh, you
I
know
would
you
just go by myself.
Caston about to be sleeping outside.
Yeah, when you in here.
They gonna interview you. Yeah, I've been here since 2 a.m.
For
I
6
was
days.
camped out. I'm ready.
I heard the album. It's incredible.
6 days. I bought the closest tickets I could buy. I'm excited.
I really believe he's gonna drop the album this time.
This, I believe
I
it
know,
now.
It's
You wanna
legit.
lie?
You don't be all old.
That's why my mom
Call
put
it
me way out
Yates,
here.
dude. Call it
The Bible says don't lie, so he's telling the truth.
But Lamb, you brought up a question earlier. Who's waiting for who between Drake and Kanye? What are you guys thinking?
Drake was supposed to drop in January, bro.
Well, who put dates on their album?
Drake. Both of them.
Yeah.
What's the dates?
Kanye was supposed to drop the 15th.
No, Kanye.
That was like his fifth album.
Kanye was supposed to drop the 23rd.
Wasn't
of
Drake's
July.
excuse he tore his
The day
ACL?
before my birthday.
But you
Yeah,
can
last year he
pre-order
was
the,
supposed to drop on my birthday.
you can pre-order the Kanye,
You know how
and
fucked
it
up
just
that
keeps
is?
updating.
Bro, he canceled his tour. He was like, oh shit, I really just canceled the tour and got away with it. I'm
Yeah.
about to do whatever the fuck I want now.
You know
Yes,
how
you
fucked
can.
up that is?
Yeah.
2 years to say you're gonna drop an album on the same day? It's my birthday, bro.
Yeah.
That's fucked up. You got me excited twice
year?
and then fucked on me.
What about
That's why-
what's-
why are you
what
still
is- what about
excited?
that date is going on? Like, why does he keep picking that date?
No, why are you still
Fuck
excited?
me.
Just you, huh?
That's for me, bro. I'm like, come on, Kanye, that's fucking foul.
So why are you still
And-
excited?
2 concerts he canceled on me. I don't know how to not be.
Lord.
What am I supposed to, what the fuck am I supposed to do? Yeah, you know what I'm
Groupie,
saying?
bro.
I'm excited, man. I know it's gonna. I heard it. It's awesome. I want to hear it again. I be singing songs. I don't know none of the words.
Honestly,
Me
you
too.
got me
Come
excited.
on, man.
Me too.
You got me excited. Both of you guys got me excited because, like I said, I tried to join this last one, but
He has,
the music was
he
being
has
stupid.
everybody on. He has Griselda on there.
That song about
Everybody. You
Going
name
to
it.
jail.
He gonna have everybody on that song.
Everybody. I heard that the Drake vocals are clearing actually for
Oh my
Kanye.
God, no! Don't.
Well,
I heard they have a song together.
Do not do that. Let's go. Let's go. I'm going.
Where are we
Tickets released tomorrow. I'm buying tickets. I'm going to Chicago. I've never been to Chicago, man. I'm going. Let's
Bro,
go.
either they
Bro, I
battle it
totally
out,
would if I
or
could.
somebody is the bigger man and says, "Hey, let's just work this out.
Drop a feature for mine. Drop a feature for
Feature for
yours.
yours, yeah.
Who
We're
wants
making
to
a
go
lot
first?
of money together.
Yeah.
Who wants to go first? Or we could go on the same day.
Or we could just compete.
Or we could just surprise everybody and not say when we're dropping and just drop on the
We
same
can
day.
combine our albums and make it.
Please don't do that.
Yeah, don't do that.
It's like I'm gonna listen either way unless they do that. And it's actually,
I'm pissed if they do
listening.
that.
Let's make a joint album. I'm like, okay, I'm off.
Yeah, no.
The Kings
no,
of
I'm definitely-
Calabasas.
I'm listening. The Kings.
There's no way I'm ever listening to that.
I'm definitely listening.
Like a light, yeah, like a light. Step through the light.
The Kings of
Who,
Calabasas.
if they both drop for, same day, who we're listening to?
I'm listening to Kanye.
Wax.
I thought it would be an easy answer for me, but I might like play 30 seconds of this one, 30
Ah.
seconds of this one, make it even.
So both?
Oh my god.
Shit, was they both?
Play them at the same time.
You?
Exactly.
I mean, originally I was thinking I'd go to Drake because I was thinking about, for me personally, I don't like Kanye's last 2 albums. I wasn't the biggest fan of them, so I was like, he's kind of on this downward trajectory for me, right? So I wasn't super excited. But you guys are kind of hyping me up, so I think it might go to Kanye.
Right.
But
That's
Drake,
the thing.
that's a toss-up still.
So I
Kanye
agree.
is so smart for doing this. He's hyping everybody up.
No, he's making me anxious, and I don't like it. I'm
Yeah,
excited.
but he's not worried about people like you. He's
No.
just hyping everybody else.
I'm just like, fuck.
You
come
know,
on,
you
drop
know
that
you
shit.
gonna listen regardless.
I'm gonna listen. I can't help it. What am I supposed to do? Not listen?
Yeah, I'm still listening.
I'm not gonna listen. I listen
But
to every
I'm gonna
artist.
listen.
It's my favorite
Like, if
artist.
you're a
I'm just
Kanye
not
fan,
gonna
you're
listen.
gonna listen.
I'm gonna listen
He's
to
just trying to draw in
Kanye
your
It's
first.
bullshit. It's not.
He knows what he's doing.
I'm gonna listen to Kanye first, but for the reason that Uriah explained, is because I think I'm like expecting more from
Yeah.
Drake. So I'm gonna like listen to Kanye because I'm not expecting as much.
Yeah,
Get it over with,
You're
and then I'm gonna live with Drake a little bit more. Like I'm gonna like
Oh.
fall asleep to Drake, wake up to Drake, listen to Drake a little bit more. Go back to Kanye.
Kanye's in a great position because, like, first off, he knows people like his album already. So he's in a great spot there. He knows it's gonna do well.
I mean, he's Kanye. Like people are gonna like his album no matter.
Yeah.
I mean, but Ye wasn't like crazy.
People like yeah, yo.
Yeah, for sure. It's a good album. Right.
And it's
Jesus
mid
King.
as hell.
Right? It is. It
Yeah,
is
it's-
only because it's short. It's got some good songs on it, for sure. But nah, either way, both of them. I'm excited for both of them, for sure.
No,
For
yeah.
sure.
That's some good
That'll be a great weekend. That'll be the best. I hope it happens this weekend.
Bro,
Don't.
regardless.
No, do not start.
Okay, I got a great question. Regardless, when they both drop, once they both drop, who are y'all anticipating after that? Because that's a great,
Kendrick.
that's a lot of
Schoolboy.
music right already.
Rihanna.
Oh,
Rihanna.
Rihanna.
That's a great. That's a great.
Rihanna and Kendrick.
Schoolboy.
Hit you with that underground.
I need some more Schoolboy.
No, I agree with Schoolboy, but Rihanna and Kendrick.
Rihanna, number Rihanna, what?
Gotta hear Rihanna.
A new
Rihanna,
Jay-Z album would be nice too.
Oh,
That'd be
always.
crazy.
always.
Like, if
He's
he's on
growing
some Nas shit, Hit Boy type shit, that'd be.
You know he's about to
Can
be
you
on some
imagine?
type of shit.
Yes.
You
Because
already
4
know.
for 4 was great.
Exactly.
Yeah.
But, what was it, the Carters?
You know,
That
I
shit
feel
was
like
awesome too.
That was like younger production.
I feel
It
like
was.
he got. I
It
feel
was
like
really nice, so that's why I'm excited, like, to hear him on some regular shit. Because he has some crazy bars.
Yeah, just hooking up
Yeah.
with some
I
musical
don't think
shit.
Jay-Z has ever lost a step
He's
or
amazing.
amazing, whatever you want to
Even
say.
if he went like personal route and was like talking personal and was
Yeah.
still killing it.
Fine.
So now he got the personal shit out the way.
He
go
just
Now
go
he
back
got
to
to
him.
link up
Yeah.
and be with the
Do
new
whatever you
cats.
wanna do.
I would love to see Jay-Z with these new cats.
Yeah.
Like
Jay-
what new cast? Who would you want to see with Jay-Z?
Ooh.
Griselda.
Mm.
Ooh, that's a
Griselda.
dope.
Yeah, all the bar spitters.
I
Freddie.
think they're managed by Rock Nation. so-
Freddie. Jay-Z.
Freddie and Jay-Z would be crazy.
Bro, who else, bro?
Freddie and Jay-Z. Same Freddie and Jay-Z. You just name the song Freddie and Jay-Z. And just go off.
I mean,
Freddie and Hove.
I would love to see Lil Wayne go back to get with Jay-Z and just get back to just swagging it out. Who else? Who would y'all like to see?
I would love to see another feature with J. Cole. If he's ever has he had a feature with J. Cole?
Yeah, Mr. Nice Watch.
Is that like two?
No, that's Jay-Z featured on J. Cole, but has J. Cole ever been featured?
A Star Is Born.
The
Oh,
Star
Star is
Born.
Born.
Blueprint
yeah.
3.
Yeah.
That's why I was like, who the hell is this? You
Um,
smell
Who? That's tough. I think you guys pretty much named everyone that I can think of that come to mind. I mean, Lil Baby's been everywhere, so I wouldn't be surprised if he
I wouldn't be
ended up on there somehow.
21 Savage run up on that bitch.
Oh, I would like to.
But
I
I really like the 21 Savage J. Cole like little chemistry they got. I like it.
Yeah, they're fun together.
You just
You're not a fan.
I'm not a big fan of 21, but they are fun together. They do make
21's
it.
not
They
that
make it.
bad.
They make the best music 21's ever made together.
21's grown on me this year.
Really?
I call him 21 Cabbage.
Bro, his last two albums were
He's
pretty
gotten a
decent.
lot better. I agree
Yeah.
with you. I agree with you. He's still just not my favorite, personally.
Yeah,
I
he's
like,
solid.
But
I
he's
like,
solid.
I like
He's
him
solid.
on his positive tip.
Yes,
His,
very much so.
I don't know
When I
how
think-
else to say it besides positive. but
More grown, I would
y'all
say.
know
I think that's why.
yeah,
That's why I like him and J. Cole together.
I
Yeah,
feel
no,
like
they're
J. Cole
so- they-
definitely influenced him in
They're
that
the
route,
greatest
for sure.
together.
Yeah.
He's his best version.
But any
He's with J.
new
Cole.
21 Savage music is pretty good.
Yo, the Morgan Freeman shit was pretty dope.
Pretty dope. That shit was legendary.
it was legendary. I was like,
The
this
rat.
is fucking phenomenal.
He
Phenomenal.
was talking about
So yeah,
it.
he's
Oh,
certainly
yeah, I've
improved
seen that.
a significant
That J.
amount.
Cole effect, that
Seen
Jay-Z
this where
effect,
they yelling
whatever you want
out
to call
house
it.
party or whatever it's called.
Clubhouse.
Clubhouse.
Club, what you say?
It's a house party. I was a too far.
Bro, you took
Sounds
me
pretty
straight
good.
to Marcus Houston. I was like, I don't know what you're talking about. The house party, bro.
Anything else we gotta get off our chest before we get out of here to wrap up the Curry episode? Step back 3. Know what I'm saying?
Nah, I mean, I don't have nothing. I would just, I guess there's a lot of craziness going on that we mentioned in here. So keep your sanity, talk to people if you need to, and just stay healthy, man. Be safe.
Yeah.
That's all I got to say.
Yeah, keep your sanity. The present is a gift. I like that.
Yeah.
I like that.
Yeah.
That shit stuck with me, bro.
I love that shit, man. I agree with you.
Yeah, the present is a gift, man. Don't worry about the future. It's a mystery. It's anxiety.
For sure, it
Just
is.
Don't
Right now,
worry about shit
don't
you
worry.
can't. Don't worry.
Don't worry.
Don't
Just
worry,
stay
be
in the
happy.
moment. Be happy. Motherfucking
Yeah,
Bob
that's
Marley
what I
on
got
some
for
real
you.
shit.
Any last words, Cass?
Well, life is good. Having money's not everything. Not having it is.
You know what I'm saying?
Kanye. I can't take credit.
You know what I really like is
It's my
how
favorite
Deezus and Samiro, like they have their, you know, every bodega has a sign outside the store. Like every like main show has like a dope ending. So I gotta think of something like to go out on. But my last words, thanks for watching. Watch, continue to watch, share, subscribe, comment. Let us know if you want to come on the show. Let us know if you hate everything we're fucking talking about.
Yeah, give us feedback.
And if you love everything we're talking about, you can let us know that too.
Yeah.
But it's been another episode of Everything Under the Sky. See you next Friday.
No,
Oh.
no, we should mention that. Yeah,
So go ahead and close with this episode. Shout out to my boy Cass for coming through.
You owe you now. So we actually are off next week. We should have started with that. We're taking off next week, so episode 31 will be postponed by just a week though, right?
Yeah, just
we'll be
a week.
back the week after that. We'll give y'all some recaps, let y'all know if we got captured by the cartel or not.
Don't do it.
I know I
And
am
I-
excited for some shrimp.
for some shrimp, those tacos.
Shrimp tacos.
I'm ready. I'm just ready, bro. I'm just ready to be free. I want to have the Philly Cast
Free,
taco.
bro. Go be free. Nothing else matters in that moment.
Exactly.
Because I know the exact feeling that
Yeah.
y'all-
I
It's just free. Nothing
Nah,
else is
yeah,
going on.
I encourage y'all to get that Zen moment.
Yes.
Like, just,
Yeah.
nothing
Bro,
to
get the
worry,
fuck
bro.
out.
Just
Because
Just
there's
like-
Sunday morning, I might black out Sunday afternoon. I'm going tequila to crazy.
Okay, I'm liking your vibe, bro.
I
I'm
just
liking-
want to indulge in a lot of tequila,
Tequila.
and then after that, I'll
You'll calm down.
I'll relax. But Sunday, it might be a little crazy. So Monday, don't expect me to be a lot.
I'm happy for you. I'm excited.
Enjoy.
That's what's up.
J. Cole.
J. Cole.
I mean, Kanye.
Kanye. Casting like something, please. Don't do anything.
Yep, we're going to J.
Is
Cole.
Kanye this weekend?
No, yeah, it's like in 20 days. Yeah, like a week.
Okay, 6 days.
I want to go.
8 days.
Why not? Tickets about to be on sale.
Oh, wait.
It's worth
I feel like y'all were about to say something, no?
it. No, it's like-
No.
Pew, 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 pew.
Appreciate everyone that does watch.
We out.
Y'all been talking Ariella, 2 for 10, purple tops, hot boxing for paranoia, non-opinionated. Please don't ask me how I feel about it. Everything I stand in the streets, I'm down to kill behind the dad box. Possibly the first to say I got it nice. Turn the vibe up on to a block, this shit ain't rocket science. Got this shit down to a